We're live. Welcome back. Just taking position the camera here. Got to move the camera every time, so there we go. It's kind of in the middle. Welcome, Oz. We got 7 people on already. Holy cow! You're watching the Starfield from Windows 3.11. It's kind of a classic. Let's see if the microphone's in the right spot here. Kind of rearrange stuff every time. It seems like classic screensaver from Windows 3.11 and on. I think they had this in 95 too. Hello, welcome again, Vandalite Industries. I feel like that's kind of like a Tony Stark thing or something. Welcome, Par Evian. Welcome, welcome everyone. We're going to play a classic tonight. I keep saying that, but we'll go to here. Of course, this is simtower, so... Alright. There you go. Hi, Nate through Aussie on Twitch. So, you have a latex question. I'm wondering if I should answer that or not, but that seems kind of like a dangerous question to answer. I'm a little scared now, but let me lock the display here so I don't move stuff around. There we go. So we're trying a few different things here today. One thing is the chat window should be more aligned. There's improvements, and there's a cat, of course, because there has to be a cat. Hi. Oh, yeah. I do love the XCOM games. They're great, but they are hard as nails sometimes. And, you know, when you get into the thing where things start rolling, then, yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, save Joseph. You can ask him that question, or her. But, that game, like, once you start rolling and start missing your shots, and it's super hard to recover, it feels like. So, the other new thing... yeah, it's been a while since I watched. I will admit, my brother's a huge Seinfeld fan. I did watch a lot of them, but I will admit it's been quite a while since I watched Seinfeld. Sometimes I catch them when it's on, but I don't have any box sets or anything like that, so... yeah, I did not get that reference. Cat here. Goodness. Anyway, so hard with that. But another thing that's new for this particular stream is I did switch up my capture card. I did get a DataPath E1 card, which is probably the retro capture card. And I got someone to help me who's on the stream right now. Thank you very much for printing a bracket for it that actually fits in my computer. So here's a cat butt. This is why you tune in here. Have you no shame? No shame at all? Nope. Oh, Ethan, welcome. We're going to play simtower then. I will also say I have another big news, Aussie. I did create a Discord. I will put a link in here in a minute once I fire it up, but it's empty right now. So yes, we can hang out in there when we can. You guys can hang out in there whenever you want to, obviously, in chat. Be nice. That's pretty much the only rule I put in there, you know. Don't say rude things to each other. Or I guess say rude things to each other if you prefer that, but just try to be nice. Yes. Why wouldn't you be here for cat butt? I mean, she has no shame. She does that thing where she just lifts her butt when you pet her, but I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. That's all you see. You don't use Discord? Fine. We'll spin up AIM or ICQ then. That's going to take. I used that for a long time. MSN, ICQ, all those things. Or old things. The topic tonight, otherwise, those are the quick news, is, of course, simtower. I haven't played that for a while now. I did play it a ton as a kid. And I do actually have a sealed copy of this. I thought maybe we should even unshrink wrap this live tonight, because I don't really... MySpace page. I was thinking about creating a website. See my tower. I think probably ICQ is still around. It wouldn't surprise me. Maybe it has a retro redux. I don't really care about having plastic or sealed boxes. You know, okay, if I find someone that's super rare, I'm not going to open it unnecessarily. But the simtower box is pretty much a dime a dozen. I did download it separately, so yeah. uTower as well. That is the short story. So this was created by Ute Saito, and he created a sequel called uTower. I think Aljar did a video on that as well. It runs better on a Mac. It was originally designed for a Mac, and the screenshots on the back here, let's see if you can see that, all depict Macintosh interface. So yeah, it's I do like this game a lot. It's a very different style, but we'll actually do a live shrink wrap destruction here of this guy. I got this actually dirt cheap. It was one of those games that, you know, no one's bidding on. Or it might have been like, I can buy it now, but it was like $5. Plus like a few bucks of shipping. Sealed. But it is no longer sealed, and lost all its value, thanks to you guys. The white box series from the Sim games are really just super nice. Cat? The microphone is not your friend. Well, maybe it is. Freshly opened big box game. So this is exactly how you would have seen it, opening it the first time. You have the registration first, because that's obviously what you want to do is register your game. You have the Maxis guarantee, which tends to be just customer service, disc warranty, things like that. Take 5 off. Use this coupon to take $5 off any game from the Maxis catalog. Ooh, nice. Well, 10. We just unsealed a sealed copy of simtower. And this is the Maxis catalog then, very crispy catalog. A lot of people have seen this particular one, but it's like all the games from, goodness, it's got like a registration in here too, but it has all the games from that era. Sim Farm, Sim Life, SimCity 2000, all that good stuff. We have a flyer for AOL. That's very relevant. What do you think, Kat? You want some AOL? No. Stop making a microphone your friend. That's where the code that's on the back, the promo code, see if I can see, is Flash Bunts. Flash Bunts. So, you know, no one go on use this promo code for AOL without me knowing, right? That would be kind of mean. We have the quick start guide, and it's sort of funny. Again, this is a big box, right? And how many things are in here? So the quick start guide is pretty common, like quick information, and the actual manual, which is, again, pretty substantial. Unfortunately, not in color. It's a black and white manual, but it's still a pretty good manual. And then the game itself, that's fallen out of its little holder here, which is also sealed in plastic. So there you have it. However, I do not need this for installation. I actually did have the floppy version separately, so I did install the game already. But that was, oh, it actually has a little printed information up here. It says Tower Win CD. Just print on the inside. There you go. That is a live unboxing of simtower with all those papers. But we don't actually need the box to play the game. simtower, the vertical empire. Okay. Buy a Maxis software toy and a friend gets one free. Share your toys. Peel off for details. I don't think I'm going to peel that off. I feel the sticker is not going to come off very clean at this point. Alright, let's switch over to this guy here. So this is a new capture. I'm going to go to one setting here before we go deeper. I just want to have a window open. Yeah, I'll say, I think that, didn't LGR do that a couple years ago? He basically cashed in the pizza coupon for Red Baron. I think a Red Baron 2, which I might actually have. Red Baron 3D comes with a, yeah. Maybe it was Red Baron 2, but one of them comes with a coupon for Red Baron pizza. And I think he actually cashed it in, and it was worth like a couple bucks, so. Anyway, this is on the 486, the HP Vectra 486. And it's got a 66 megahertz processor, so it's pretty much on spot for simtower. The program manager I have installed on this guy is a little bit of an interesting story behind it, because I had a compact all-in-one, like the Presario CDS ones that had the CD and speakers and everything built in. And that came with this preloaded. It's called Xerox TabWorks, which is like a program manager. It makes it look like a file fax. So you can switch between the pages here and organize things that way. It's stupid. It's not really, you know, easy to use per se, but compacts from that era came with this pre-shipped. So in my feeble attempt to recreate that computer, I did install that on here to kind of get the same feel for it. So that's what we're running here. But I did install, let's see, Maxis, yeah. So TabWorks is the actual software then. Normally in the Windows 3.11 you'd see the square box that says the program manager. So okay, so it was 75 cents and 9.97, so not bad. I mean, if you bought the game, almost $1 off pizza. That was a lot of 9.97 money. But yeah, I installed simtower already from the floppy version, so we have that installed. I may have to check this out later too. Click and Play demo. I remember Click and Play. It was really cool. You were able to build, like, it was a basic game maker. You could build your own games with very simplistic mechanics. But it was just point and click driven, so it was easy to use. So I'm getting fur all over myself again. Oh, goodness. Alright, simtower for Windows. Let's check the volume here. Yeah, cat. MySpace. Not MySpace, MySpace. Come on. Ooh, I'm live now. That's a little loud. It's on my side. So the nice part with this new capture setup, and it may not show so much on YouTube. I mean, YouTube compresses it and it's a live stream, but the data path E1 card that I have now, and there's an E1S as well, which is probably the most popular one. There's no converter in between. So it's VGA from my KVM to the computer. That's it. So there's no conversion going on. So in theory, you get a lot cleaner picture, and also you're able to transform it in a cleaner way. So in general, better capture, maybe. Basically created by Ute Saito, and Ute Saito over here, copyright everywhere, simtower TM. So yeah, he did the sequel Ute Tower then, which is basically this on steroids. So we're in a new tower, and it throws you right in. So for those that haven't played simtower, and maybe most of you have, maybe most of you haven't, I'm not sure. It was, of course, part of the Sim series. Again, not created by Will Wright, like most of the other Sim games were, but by then Ute, or what do you call it? Saito Ute. And it's a tower management simulator. So you build a tower, and the purpose is to build the biggest tower possible. And what you see is what you get. It's a pretty simple interface. You build a lobby, you build apartments, you build you know, whatever you want, basically, to expand your tower and get bigger and bigger, and you unlock more and more things. And that's pretty much the basic game loop. And you can see it literally runs in like a window directly, like you'd expect. And it is pretty funny because this game says a 386 minimum, but even on this 486, 66, it's not super smooth. But you know what? It's authentic. This is most certainly what I played this game on. My cousin bought this, or not bought this. Yeah, he might have had it. Excuse me, or he got it, and we played it on his computer, his family computer, 4666. Actually, this exact same HP Vectra model, which is one of the reasons I was keen to get this particular one when I found it. Well, yeah, thanks. I think the capture looks pretty good. Hopefully it's a little crisper than it was before. If we have time, I might... Goodness, excuse me. I might switch to a DOS, because then I can do really nice crisp capture that I couldn't do before. And it's helped a lot. Anyway, there's not much more to the game, at least in the beginning here now. So we will basically start, and it has time changes too. Nice little sound effects going on. We're going to build a lobby first. I'm trying to keep an eye on the audio here. Let me know if it's too loud there. So that's our lobby. And it fills in. Yeah, the 166 would smoke this, and it probably would be better for it, honestly. But, I don't know. The 486 seems like it's appropriate for it. You wouldn't have played this on that beefy machine, so. So next, we are going to build some apartment, or this is offices. We'll build a coffee shop first. Smack! There, we're going to build a couple restaurants first. We're going to have some restaurants in the bottom layer. I think it autofills here now. Nope, I got to build a lobby first. I got to remember this here now. So floor and stairs. Okay, so we'll expand our lobby a little bit. How far did I need it? One more block there. And then... Oh, I built too far. That's fine. They built too far. We're going to put a couple of stairs in here for starters. Then we'll build some offices. Trying to keep an eye on the volume here now so it doesn't get too crazy. Hopefully that's still okay. You can tell, like, with the SVGA graphics, it's a little, you know, chonky to move around, if that makes sense. And it feels like engine was really keeping up with this one. We will have one eventually. I think the top, if you get all the way to the top or whatever, then you get basically, we're going to put an elevator in. You basically get, elevator. There we go. Okay, cool. Thank you for confirming there. I think I have a kind of idea where it needs to be now. The problem was that because the capture card is DVI only on VGA to DVI in this case, you can't really pipe audio through it, right? So I had to pipe audio separately, so I had to redo the audio out and all that, so it should hopefully be good. So I'll stop fussing about the technical stuff, but it's important to me that it's right. Alright, so now we got some basic stuff. We will build another floor of offices, I think. And then we will build some apartments. Interesting enough, I don't think you can build stairs for like alternative. They don't want to walk on the stairs all the way up. And I think there's a trick that I was not aware of when I played as a kid. In that you can actually put more elevator cars in the same elevator, I believe. This hard drive is not fast. Come on, there we go. Yes, you can. So, here's an interesting thing. I did not realize this when I was a kid. I'll even pause it for this because this stumped me so much. So, as you're building this, you have a limited amount of elevators you can have. Because otherwise, part of the logistical challenge is how many elevator shafts you can have. And I was just like, you can have 8. And when you think about it, the tower can be hundreds of stories tall. And it's like, how do you manage that? Because I didn't really quite figure that out. And then, not until much, much, much later, many years later, did I realize, after reading like FAQ or something, is that you could put multiple elevators in the same elevator shaft. Imagine, multiple elevators stacked next to each other, side by side, like most large buildings have. And I didn't realize that. So I had 8 elevator shafts, and I had 8 elevators total for a tower that was like 100 stories. So what I did was I was like building elevators, and I had to transit the other elevator shaft and go up, and it was a huge mess, and that restricted me. So we'll see if we get a little further now than my young, stupid self was doing. So now let's go ahead and you can actually look and see what's going on here too. So that's the lobby. Gives you an idea. Income is minus 90. Parking ramp, construction costs. Yeah, we're burning through cash now because we're building, of course, but we want to put some apartments in too. So we'll do that. Next, we'll do some condos. Yeah, I know. I didn't figure it out because it looks, I mean, it's 2D, right? So it looks to me like that was it. But then, and after I read about it later, I felt like, oh yeah, well, that makes sense. So, whoops. Fill that out. Yeah, I think that's the eternal curse of the 90s, where a lot of people didn't have the original box, original manual for whatever reason, and you just kind of had to figure it out. And in that case, couldn't figure it out. There, we got some condos. I think condos bring in pretty good cash. So, but I love the detail of this. Like, you can see so much. I don't think you can zoom in anymore. We'll disable fast mode for now. It's kind of flying. Now, I love the little detail you see going on, and that's part of the so full animation's on, but I don't think you can zoom in anymore. Now, the neat thing, I love simulators or building games like, we played Settlers 2 a while back. How fun it is to watch kind of the ant farm thing going on, which is what you're seeing here. Like, you have things going on, and there's activity, and things like that. You can see, ooh, look at this. Rent, you can increase the rent, rename it. Occupied, it's just an office. Very few customers. Chinese cafe, floor 2. They haven't built much profit yet. Very few customers. Hamburger stand. I love the little SVJ graphics. I will say this computer now, and what I'm planning on doing is actually something I feel like people that join late might not see what machine I'm running on. I'm planning on, if you look over my logo is, put some little banner of some variety that looks clean in there that shows what machine what I'm actually playing on for that particular live stream, so you can kind of keep track. And then now you basically just grow your tower until you get bigger, and then more stars you get, more stuff you unlock. So let's see. I don't think there's any like. Okay, good, terrible. Why are these terrible? Oh, evaluation. Okay, so the condos are definitely making money. So probably need to build a row of condos. That's a nice rent income price. Woo, someone bought it. Yeah, that gave me a lot of cash. Pricing, average. And you can fine tune this. And I think there's another game that came out recently. Again, LGR did it, and I think. That's a good idea. Yeah, use a ticker. That's not a bad idea. Just something running. Because I thought either a ticker or I was going to go a little all out and have a panning shot of the computer that loops that then fades into the specs looping and then fades back to the computer or something else like that. So we'll see. We'll see what over the top ridiculousness I come up with. It's got to look cool, right? We'll build some more condos. I think that's a pretty good cash flow here now. It gets more and more expensive, I believe, the higher you build. I realize I'm not doing very good on the stairs there now, but it's not a bad idea to have a ticker, which is the specs going. Something that looks like, you know, kind of DOS-style font or something. I think that would be pretty cool. I think we might expand over here. We're still getting money, so that's good. I'm not broke yet. And I wish it would build... I thought there was that it did that. And I did patch this version, so... I thought it automatically built here when it was underneath. No, it does not. We'll expand our lobby. See how far that was. It's got a very meaty sound effect when you finish constructing there. It just goes kabloo. That's an eatery. Put more offices in here. Ding dong. Oh, I know what's going on. I got the volume up here too. That's why it was so loud. I was piping the audio through the capture and whatnot, so. And then now... Is there a money cheat on this one? No, I don't think I ever cheated on this one. My cousin and I, we actually played it legit, slowly but surely. I don't think we ever cheated, so... Cheat? I would never cheat. I definitely did not edit the hex file for playing Terror from Deep and getting unlimited money. Absolutely not. Let's see, we'll build some more offices here. I could have sworn, maybe that was, I think I tried U-Tower a little bit too, but like LGR found as well was that you can tell that game wasn't made for Windows, so, versus, this one was definitely, I mean, it was ported to Windows, it feels like, but. Should we save, maybe? I remembered. And you love this delicious, like, Windows 3.11 save one. Simtower data, TDT. That's not a valid file name. What? Oh, it was too long. It's this 8-character file limit, so file name limit. That's true. I thought almost about firing up some Redbubble and make a t-shirt or something with me falling into lava. That'll probably sell like hotcakes, maybe even sell one. But yeah, saving. I remembered. Not so worried about I'm going to make a fatal mistake here, but more that the game's going to crash, so... But that's interesting. For the tower going broke, I just trying to remember, because I think it was one of those games, like, I played with my cousin. We played it aggressively, and, like, we got really far. But I don't remember playing it, like, multiple times, if that makes sense. Very far. So I don't think I ever got broke later on. But yeah, I mean, if the condos drop out, right, and you lose a lot of income, all these things add up together to get to some good cash. Oh, excellent value here. It's getting better. I don't have a lot to build now, but I guess we need more population, so we'll build more. No, never. Never in 3.11. It is... Yeah, you forget almost how unstable 3.11 was. Not, I mean, relatively, but I certainly remember a lot more crashes than the later OSs, like, you know, 98 or 98 SC, I should say. And even Millennium ran fine for me. I didn't have many problems, as many problems as a lot of people did. Well, let's build some more condos. That office is empty. How dare they? But it's funny, because, I mean, as a kid now, I'm looking at my elevators there, and, like, there's 2 of them. I just remember having lines in my lobby that were, like, a mile long, because my 2 elevator shafts at the bottom were, like, just nothing was happening. But here, I also don't know how many elevators you can have. I guess I could look in the manual. In one shaft, so... let's see, there's the condo, okay. Give me some money. Yeah, they sold right away, so that's probably a good sign. Probably build more condos. Maybe we should build another layer of condos, because that seems to be bringing in the cash. They are not wearing masks. It's funny, you watch anything now, and I was like, why is it this? Oh yeah, it was old stuff, but... Yeah, these little simoleons, or I guess they are sims, because, I mean, that's what they call all the little guys in all these games. Before, the Sims came around. Simoleons? No, the Simoleons is the cash. But you can see this was not a sim game in that sense, because it's got regular cash. Besides having the name simtower on it, or sim on it, and looking like one, it wasn't developed by Maxis in-house that I know of. They basically just bought the rights, so... And I think there's probably a limit on how many stairs you can have to. And already now, again, we're going to run like this because the choppiness is part of the experience. Like, we don't want to run super smooth. It just, to me, it has that feel that it should be kind of choppy when you're playing it. But sooner or later, we have to reduce some of the... Mother with baby. Rename. You can rename. Look at that. That's what you see the graphics there. Yeah, we're not filling up our offices, so we may just need more living space. More condos it is. It's kind of like you think about, you know, residential, industrial, whatever. Project High-Rise, that's what I was thinking of, thank you. Yeah, I've been meaning to check that one out. I did watch the LGR video on it, and it looked like it's really cool. I'm just afraid, like any other modern game, I either get really sucked into it, or it's overly complex. But it seems like the natural evolution of this concept. There we go, the condos are not selling as fast now. Maybe they want more office space or more eating. Terrible on those. I wonder why these eateries are not doing so well. Very few customers. I don't think there's anything with the things like being adjacent to each other. Like, even if you put an office next to it, I don't think that reduces the value in this one. If I remember right. Why is this unoccupied? Should we load a rent? No one? Bueller? No? Let me also turn up the speed again here now to fast mode. There we go. Whee! Now we're flying. You can see the clock just kind of going. And it's a little funny too, because I mean, I don't hear any hard drive seeking going on. And that's probably the first thing that's going to go on this machine is the hard drive, because it's pretty loud and it's pretty slow once it gets going. There we go, not speeding up. But it's clearly having a little difficulty rendering all the stuff going on here. There we go, all the condos sold out there. Income from condo sale, nice. So what days? I think it's a weekend. That's why the offices are closed. So now it's just, nothing's happening. We can't build more condos. That sure is bringing in the cash. And it's filling up the tower, so... We'll build maybe one more row of condos and then put some more eateries and offices at the top again here. Let's bring it into cash. Woo. It's pretty sluggish already. I remember very distinctly playing this game on this same model of 486 that my cousin had, so... Stairs in here too, or at least one. I think it helps to reduce the traffic to the elevators when they just want to go one floor. But I think next we probably need to put in some eateries at the top here too, because they don't like having to travel. Like, imagine having to go in an elevator for like 6 floors to get somewhere to eat. Woo! Well, they get picky about that. And I think the elevators can only extend so far. And eventually I'll probably put another elevator in the same shaft here. But let's put some eateries in here now. Because now the condo livers here don't want to have to go all the way out. You can build underground as well. Which usually when you get some things later, like movie theaters, it's nice to do that. I might just destroying someone's OCD now by placing my stairs left and right everywhere. I think you can delete them and recreate them later. I don't really have a system right now. So here we go. Okay. Oh, directly from the lobby. That's good to know. In that case, I'm going to have to change them up, or at least then basically keep the entire bottom layer there. But I assume you have to have some higher up later, right? Because otherwise, if they're too far away, they get annoyed when they have to go somewhere. I can't remember. Usually when I play these games, I go in with very little strategy, and it's YOLO. And that ends up, you know, good or bad. Oh, there you go. That sounds right. Yeah, you can have a lobby, so you have an in-betweener. That helps reduce the travel distance for everything. Our elevator is not too bad. Yeah, exactly. It's been a while. So we do have a spare elevator all the time, so that's nice. So it's like, it makes sense you'd have more than one elevator in the shaft. But when I was a kid, it made sense, like, there's one tube, but there's one elevator. But then when I read that later, it's like, that makes total sense. And that explains why I had so much trouble with my elevators in the endgame. If anyone's joining us late, we're playing simtower on a 66 megahertz machine. And it is already struggling a little bit with this crisp VGA or SVGA graphics. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. They don't represent that here, right? And I think that it would be kind of... I mean, even the Project High-Rise, a newer one, is... No, Oz. The building is like this, literally. Like on the side. It's like this. A gust of wind would topple it over, obviously. Well, yeah, it's a representation of a 3D space, right? Yeah, it's that frame rate. It's just kind of choppy. And I think it's because we're running also at the accelerated fast mode. It runs a little smoother, but I do remember this game, like, it looks great in screenshots, but in motion, you know, again, you get that ant farm effect, but it's not fast, as you can tell already. And this is 800 by 600. And again, we're running with the full animation. I bet if we turn some of those off, it will slow, or will speed up too, but we'll leave it on for now. Again, it's the experience. Because, I mean, if you bought this game back then, and you played it on whatever 46 you had at home, this is your experience. Sometimes it's fun to do that, which is the reason I keep this machine, really, besides it being a very good DOS-compatible rig, is that sometimes it's fun to play with those speeds, because that's kind of what I think a lot of people had the 4666. It was kind of like almost a archetypal processor from the mid-90s. A lot of people had that one, I think. Let's see. Our officers are... It's still the weekend, isn't it? Fast mode. Speed up. Speed up. We can also expand to the side a little more, too. Build another layer to our tower and add more condos that way. Yeah, look at when I'm maneuvering here. This is what I'm seeing on the CRT, too. It is not due to the capture. I'm trying to scroll smoothly, but you can see all the jerkiness going on there. That's what I'm seeing on the CRT as well. So it looks crisp. But yeah. But I think also it's just attributed to the type of engine this game uses a little bit, too. It's not just like... it's not always going to run just clean in that sense. So... Floor? It's a little... Oh, okay, so you can just do... There we go, that's nice. Yeah, exactly, it's part of the charm. That's what it feels like, too. So I think this is just... Again, I mentioned it already, but I do love the ant farm thing going on with all these games. It just fits so well. It was very popular, yeah. I... skipped it almost. So I mentioned my cousin already, but yeah, I had my first real computer besides the 286. It was a hand-me-down, which I guess was a computer. Was the 48633SX in that said compact, and then I skipped to a P100. So I didn't get to experience 66 except for my cousin, which had this exact HP Vectra, and I can't get a picture of it right now, but it's just the desktop HP Vectra VL model that I think a lot probably have seen. For me, that machine was just lightning fast compared to my 33SX or whatever. And they used this for bookkeeping and, you know, home office use. So whenever I was there, we were just like, install all the games. I would bring all my games that I got and I just installed it to see how fast it would run, and like everything ran so good on it. At least it felt like it. We used to put the Crusade No Remorse intro, or not the intro, but the Crusade No Remorse menu screen on and just jam out to those mod tunes. Just let it loop for like hours. I thought it was so cool. I still do that. Let's see. We should build more condos. Those give us money. Yes, your tower can catch fire, and you can call the fire brigade. There is a button that says call firefighters, which you think would be implied if there is a fire, but yeah, call fire rescue. Yes, your tower can catch fire. No action hero is going to come and save you. And oops, I put a condo right next to there. Oh well. Yeah, who wouldn't be in a condo next to a burger joint? I bet it doesn't smell very greasy at all. And see, it's actually like day to day going on here. It's pretty slow moving in that sense. So all our offices are currently unoccupied, or that's the weekend, so they're not working right now. So, and I think that's just a way for like the dynamic to change, kind of like a day-night cycle in that sense. Of course, day-night's flying past really, but yes. There's no air vents though. No specific air vents. I'll put a pair of stairs here too. I think it just reduces the amount of elevator traffic or whatever going on. Elevator action, as it were. But I think I should just probably build more condos. It looks like that's kind of what determines my population, right? And that's what they want. So, come on, come on. Come on. Oh boy, that is so fast. And it's scrolled too far. I'm not clicking anything. There we go. Whoops, that's way too far. It's not smooth up here, but down here, yeah, there's a lot of animation going on. Ding dong. It is not fast. So I'm trying to get high population so you can get more stars, because that's what unlocks more things. Suppose we should also keep building out to the side, because to make a nice, fat little tower. Yeah, that's true. That's probably what's going to happen, is some buffer overrun or something in the scrolling, so... That's true, yeah, we should rename them and then see if we can keep track of them. Or can you can find specific ones, right? After that, I think there's a find button. Boy, these condos are selling. I want to live in a tower that's nothing but condos and a couple of burger joints. Absolutely. I feel like the haphazard throw out of the stairs is going to kill me sooner or later, but again, just reduces the elevator traffic a little bit. Let's find there we go. Lava fall. Don't fall in the lava. Alright. I kind of wish I had a scroll wheel here, or it supported scroll wheels. I'm not sure it even does, because that would be helpful here, because I'm just having to click around. I don't think there's any way to zoom out either, so... finance window. We can look at that and see how we're doing here. Income is, alright, it's stable. Construction costs is pretty high. There, net revenues, other income. Condos, or the income for that. Yeah, it is weird that it existed. I don't think I remember reading about it and seeing it, but I've never run across a P60. Because you're right, because I mean, it has to be a very specific scenario for you to run a P60, right? Because the odds are that you have a 46. And upgrading to a P60 can't be a comparison, right? I think that didn't LGR do that? He upgraded his like wood grain PC with a overdrive processor, 83 megahertz, and it wasn't I mean, it was not super fast. Like, you gotta get 100 over for the P pension to really take off. Like, you have the extra instruction set, but then it really couldn't keep up or whatever. So, P60, again, I seem to remember reading about it. And I have a couple of, like, catalogs from that era, too. Like, computer catalogs from, you know, buying parts or whatever. I may flip around there and see if I can find that, because that would be pretty interesting to see. Because I don't think, when did the pension come out or arrive? I'm trying to remember now. Someone can fill me in on that one, because I just don't remember. Put our eatery here. Got a bulldozer, we're not going to touch that. That's right, you did say I should save it. Fine. Hard drive is just blinking like crazy right now. And saved. That was like, that entire time the game froze there was the pure write to disk happening, so. Actually, I'm curious now. You guys can watch the tower. I'm going to get that catalog real quick and see if there's anything in there. Alright. So yeah, I grew up in Scandinavia. So these are... well, thanks. Sorry, you were gone. Tower burnt down. Yeah, the 700s and those, like, they burned really... I'm trying to remember, there were several of the AMD ones early on. I mean, they did get their reputation, like, to get really, really hot. So let's see, this is volume 14. Yeah, I'm not sure when the first one came out, so there's nothing to think. So yeah, these are Swedish catalogs. This is PC Express. So my parents had a business, so they were getting these things, and we'd occasionally buy things then on the business for, you know, bookkeeping stuff or whatever, and then I'd sneak in some, like, part or something. But there's Pentium Overdrive, page 42. I'm curious to see if, and what I'll probably do at some point, I'll do like a quick recording. You're right, it does mean free. You get internet phone for free if you order probably within 10 days from receiving this catalog. You get one of those that just says, most of it says in English, it says talk for free over the internet. It's just an IP phone, you know. And I'll probably do like a read through of one of these catalogs at some point because it's kind of fun. So there's an Overdrive. Pentium 83 for 1,649 kroner, so that's, you know, 170 bucks back in 1990. Ooh, 2-star rating. So when was this released? There's gotta be a date here somewhere, right? Not sure. Doesn't say, but it has Windows 95, Windows 98 is not in here, so this would be 95, 96 then, probably. So let's see on the processors here now. Ooh. Like glorious CRT monitors, but yeah, I probably, as I said, I will do like just like fun recording of me flipping through this. Yeah, I am from Sweden, so I do speak Swedish. So that's the other language I do speak, which probably you can tell I have a bit of an accent. But I'm trying to find. Look at this Compact Desk Pro XL. It'll be fun, at least for me, to just go through this catalog and just record it and go through it because it's just so much fun stuff from this era. Including some of the AST computers. Where are the processors? Let's see. Product index. Look at this. This is a full-page spread. Look. This is the Overdrive processor then. Upgrade your Pentium PC from 60 to 120. So this is the Overdrive that fits for the P60, so that is an expectation that existed, for sure. Yeah. Overdrive 120, 133 for Pentium 60 or 66 megahertz. So already then it was an Overdrive processor. So I don't think this one had... This is just a retail, basically, so I don't think they have the individual ones. But I'm curious to see if the computers here have P60... I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but... with the 64-bit Pentium architecture. How do you say that in Swedish? You quiz me on my language here now. I don't live there anymore. How do you say it? It's funny too, when you live in a different country long enough, you kind of start forgetting words. But anyway, this is era then, so this was actually the Overdrive processors in 96, but it's talking about P60. Jag har faktiskt ganska bra sinnesnärvaro. It's probably the closest I can think. Like, it means I have pretty good, like, awareness. So, oh, our tower has been upgraded, so now we need to put more elevators in the elevator shaft. Yeah, you're right, it's starting to fill up. So I put another elevator in. Do you think putting a... so let's keep putting more elevators in the shaft? Shaft. Or build another elevator shaft. It's probably time for another elevator shaft, I think, even. Because it does fill up. So the tower's going to expand a lot this direction, so let's put another elevator shaft here. New shaft. New shaft. Housekeeping. And we'll put a few elevators in that shaft. And now our shaftiness should be shafted enough. It's a funny word to say. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss any chats here now. If anyone joining us late, we're playing simtower, talking about shafts. Because why wouldn't you? It's a shafty game. So it unlocked a lot. So this is housekeeping then. Oh, that's security, isn't it? And then we have hotel. Single hotel room. Security. 100,000. Holy moly. Probably need that. I don't remember. Here, we'll put security on the ground. Because they're cool like that. Oh, I see. So you're helping me here remember the game now, but... Put security down here. They're the cool guys. Blammo. Security. So yeah, I'm planning on doing a video on that one. Like many of the other things, I do want to make a video on that one as well. And I think what I'm planning on doing, I need to retrowrite it. I think I need to kind of revisit the whole idea. And I will say, you know, straight up, I haven't worked on that computer for a while. I plan on making a full video series on it, which I wouldn't want to restore it. Ideally, I probably would want to recap the CRT because it has some pretty bad bleed going on and stuff like that. I have never done that to a CRT before, so the risk is that I blow it, so maybe I won't do that. But the screen is really, like, dim, and it probably needs a recap, maybe replace some of the voltage regulators. But I'm also hesitant about cracking open a CRT, obviously. Okay, so that's housekeeping, that's the hotel room. So let's put some hotel rooms in. Oh, you build it... Is it just, like, one, or is it... Okay, so it's an entire... Wow, it's just one tiny rooms. Okay. Give us some good income there. But I do want to plan on doing, like... I kind of retrowrite it a little bit too. It's got the patina on it, and I was planning on building a indoor retrowriting station using lamps and stuff. Was the plan. So that I can retrowrite as well during the winter. And also, I've seen really good success. Some people on Facebook were basically using the UV lights together with the cream. And that way, since it was indoors, it didn't dry out as quickly as it was out in the sun. And that was a good way to get a very even coat and coverage. And also be able to spot treat it. I've done a submersion method, which works pretty well. Anyway, what I'm saying is that, yes, I would like to do a full restore on that one. I think I got stuck on it forever. I was fighting it to use a restore disc. The one that came with it, if you watched the live stream, goodness, a long time ago now. I did that, and it wasn't the right disc. It didn't seem to work very well. So, inefficiency there. Was a hole there, but oh well. We'll put another layer of hotels here. Why not? And someone did tell me or help me with using the right restore one, and that did help to kind of get it restored. But then on boot up, it just failed to start every time. I had to comment out some sections of some of the config files, and then to boot it up, my Windows had to run in compatibility mode, and it was all kinds of weird stuff. So I was hoping to use the restore disk to just get a one and done. Because it's fun to do it that way, but it did come with all the original CDs like it did in the video, so I should be able to reinstall everything manually. I don't know why, but I got in my mind I was going to overcome that, and I fought with it for, I mean, like a month straight to get it cleaned, and just never got all the way through. So I will revisit that for sure and actually make a full video series on it. It's a real neat machine, which identical specs to this actually, 4666 with. I mean, I think that's like 4 meg RAM or something like that, or it was upgraded, but it's not a powerful machine by any stretch of the imagination. Oops, we need a hotel room here. Always bothered me a little bit how uneven your tower can end up looking sometimes. But oh well. I say as I place stairs willy-nilly all over the place, so... Yeah, that is pretty unique, and that's the weird thing to me. It's like when I saw it on a local marketplace here, I had to just kind of jump on it because... it reminded me so much of the compact that I had, right? And that's what I think what really kind of set me off on that one. Ooh, nice. It filled in the whole floor like that. Nice. No, I don't need to do that. Sorry. I don't think there's anyone living here. Is there any occupation on these guys here? Clean? No. Oh, they need a service elevator? Oh, you're right. So is that a separate... I can't put that in here, or can I... Yeah, I can put it in the same shaft, right? No? Click. Nope. It has to have its own shaft. Or is that elevator shaft full? Nope. It has to have its own shaft. Another shaft. No, because that's service elevator should only be touching the floors that need it, right? Like this. The elevators look kind of ugly, smacked right in the middle there. Perfect. Getting a decent tower here now, but I think our probably cool down on the building a little bit now and just burning through cash again. This seems to happen. We don't have any people living in our hotel yet, though. Come stay here, because it's great. Why not? Oh, the valuation is very high, so that's good. Boy, these eating joints, that's probably just like your land value, more or less, right? So, pricing. Well, yeah, the elevator is poor. Ooh, that one office is really... Oh, it's low, I see. Sorry. You're not unique anymore. It just went up. Hotel. Dirty rooms. Oops. Nope, no dirty rooms. Yeah, really, I want some sort of trackball to move around the screen here. That would be nice. Oh, there you go. That makes sense. See, I'm glad you play this a lot, because it's like, I haven't played this in, like, seriously for like a decade, probably. I played it, you know, fired up here and there, tests on different machines, but seriously, it's been a long time, so I appreciate you guiding me through it. My hotel empire. But that makes sense. Why would you stay during the day? It's chugging along right now, but I'm glad I'm looking at the capture. The capture cards seem to be holding up just fine. This is the first time I run a capture this long on it, and now it seems to work just fine. Cool. This card gives me a lot more flexibility because it's doing that direct capture back onto a device, and I'm planning on making a video, not just featuring that card, but then going through different VGA capture options if you want to capture old school computer stuff. I feel that's always a thing that's hot on forums, is like, how do I capture my DOS computer, because a lot of the, well, almost everything in DOS uses a different refresh rate that most modern capture cards do not like, even with converters. It's, you know, you're used to 60 hertz, and this is a 70 hertz, and they just don't synchronize to that. But this is running on whatever this is. This is 75 hertz right now. It's capturing that just fine. But yeah, this card is just really nice for this purpose. And I have some nice controls here too, so I can, like, you know, you want higher contrast, you get higher contrast, boom, super contrast. But no, just nice flexibility with this card. And it's not that expensive. It was like 50 bucks shipped, and then yeah, had to get help to print a 3D or a bracket to hold the card in the computer, because the card used to be used for like video production in the mid 2000s or late 2000s. So 2009 is when this card is from. It was really expensive, but you know, it's a DVI video production capture card, and they've gotten super popular with the retro capture crowd because it can produce very pixel perfect captures of old school consoles. So that's why this became very popular. This is a DataPath E1. I can put it in the there we go. So DataPath E1, and they're all over eBay. And the one I bought them was like 50 bucks shipped, basically, without the bracket. And you can 3D print that. And I think people have sent it to like a metal 3D printer even to get a 3D bracket, because the bracket, these things coming out of them video production equipment didn't have the full-size computer brackets that most of us would need. So most of them are sold without the bracket. So the ones that do have the bracket command a premium, often like near doubling the price. There's also an E1S model. The only difference with the E1S model is it's got a higher bandwidth capacity, and that basically lets you capture multiple windows at the same time. This E1 is a lower one, so it really can only do one capture 1080p at the same time, versus then the E1S can do two captures at 1080p at the same time, due to just the bandwidth it has. And I didn't need that, so I went with a cheaper one. We'll see if I have to upgrade in the future, but for now, it's really nice because there's a lot more documentation and information on this card, since it's gotten so popular with the retro circuit. So, alright, we should probably fill out our hotels there, but I kind of want to look and see. Where are you? There. In the closet. What are you doing in the closet? Get out of the closet, lava fall. Our hotels are not filled up. I was going to look at the finances. It seems like the audio is really struggling to keep up now, too. This is rough for this computer. Total balance is pretty low. Funding, so that's my plus, right? Construction cost. I didn't make it out ahead then. So hotels are bringing in... Where am I seeing hotels? Why am I blind? Fast food. No income from fast food. 93 condos. I guess it's the last quarter, right? So... Food really bringing in no profits? Wow, they're costing a lot to do. Yeah. Oh, I see, okay. Too far from lobby or sky lobby. So, you're right, this eatery was not a good choice there. They just cost money. So when can you build a new lobby? It's on 15 then? Business is good, okay. But still, they're just like, they're so... Yesterday's profit, so... No, no, no. 13-4 is a lucky number. We're going with that. But that's a good idea there, Ethan, to just drill out. I think a lot of people do that too. With the blank one. I saw people trying that too, and just had bad luck with this particular card. I'm not sure why. I didn't try it because I have a friend with a 3D printer who likes using it. So, and there's plenty of prints for this on Thingiverse because people buy these without brackets pretty often. So where can I build a lobby? Am I allowed to hear? Or is it 415? I probably just drag up to... Let's try on 15 then and see if I can build a lobby there. Yeah, it's definitely struggling now. I guess the key thing is that, you know, you're not always going to be, like, looking at the whole tower, right? So... Yes, 15. Sky lobby. Oh, look at that. Snazzy sky lobby. Was there? I didn't remember watching a lot of... No, hi, Mike. I actually don't think I live streamed Commander Keen. Or I haven't, I think. I think I just did it... Oh, that's right. I did it real quick on the 386. I tried it right, but I was terrible at it. I should probably do that sometime for real to fire that up and actually play it properly. But I did like it a lot. I think I mentioned when I did it on the 386 there. I did not play it originally. I was not into the King games. I kind of, not that I tried them and didn't like them, it wasn't on my radar. Most of my friends weren't playing that kind of game then. We were on to anything cool and new at the time, right? And I came into the computing a little late for that, I think, where it was really popular. So I would probably like to play those again. I probably should, so. Rain might cost you your customer. Too far from lobby or sky lobby. Oh, okay. Thanks for joining for that one. That was a really fun game. I've thought for a second to... I haven't done this yet. I have just streamed a new game every time. I like the random effect. I think it's fun to randomly revisit games. But what I probably should do is at some point play the same game again, because I kind of want to continue Monkey Island, because good grief, that's a fun game. It's probably, again, besides Full Throttle, it's probably another one that's really fun to me. That one's hard to stream, because that one gets tagged for content because of the music by Gone Jackals. But it would be fun to play the same game again, just to kind of finish it. I'm not going to do that most of the time, because a lot of games are really, really long. But it would be fun to finish out Monkey Island at some point. Although my throat killed me on that one, because I read everything. So, is this still too far from the Sky Lobby? So we may have to just delete these restaurants, because they're just not doing anything. Sorry. We can see if they get any people here now. So they pretty much have to be next to the lobby. So what I was saying is I should probably do a stream at some point where I finish out Monkey Island, because I think we got to the point where we're about to collect a ship. Try do voices, yeah. It's funny because I always hear voices in my head on how to do them, but then I just have a horrible time executing them. I certainly going to try. Is that what the people want? But I think we're probably going to move. So that fast food neighbor is noisy. Fine. Yeah, I think we're going to have to just blow these up and then put those up here. So let's just nuke these. Blammo, blammo, blammo. No more restaurant for you. Yeah, that is also a super fun game. I really should continue that too. And that's the thing, I just haven't done it, because I just kept finding games I wanted to try, and I felt for a while there my random shtick was kind of like just playing a new game every time, but I might revisit, because both of those games are fantastic, and they're really fun to play, and I kind of feel like when I'm having fun, it comes through too, as well, so... let's see... Where's the condos? No, that's that one. There's the condos. Let's fill the condos out here, slowly. The rain is not helping the animations here. I can turn off the sound effect or turn it down if you want. The doorbell is pretty loud by comparison, but I apologize for your dog's triggering there. I feel like that's the... wasn't that when the Xbox One launched? And they had like... what was the guy's name? Paul something? The guy that was in Breaking Bad. Commercial was like, Xbox on, and that caused all the connected Xboxes to fire off, so... I thought it was pretty funny. So let's put the food places up here then. There, is that better? Do-ahs. We don't need a service elevator for that. We do need some stairs, I think. So now I'm like putting the stairs in nice places here. Our tower's a little lopsided, but that's fine. We're just kind of bleeding through money right now, so we need to let our cash come back. I think we always get stuck on this point here. If I read this right, then that is giving me income. Is there lag going on, right? Nah, structural concern is not a problem, so... Oh, you mean lag in the game. I'm just paranoid because I am on low latency again, so just checking. Yes, it is not... like, look at just moving the mouse around to see the movement. I mean, this is not a stream lag, just to be clear as well. I know you probably don't mean that, honestly, but I just want to clarify, too, because this is what it looks like for me on the CRT. This is not a fast game. This rain effect is probably killing it right now. Yeah, apparently I should build a few GameStop. I missed out on that, Stonks stock. My goodness. Moving the camera around here. Yeah. They overdid it, I think, on the, you know, animation, again, I mentioned it now several times, but the ant farm feel of it is great to look at. But it just, yeah, it kills the speed quite a bit. And this game is just really solid. It's like, it doesn't probably bring anything... I'm trying to not get my cup there in the shot, but... I don't think this game is revolutionary or anything like, you know, super new in that sense, but I don't think there's any other simulators similar to this when this came out. But it's pretty flat in that game, so... oh, really? Yeah, that's true. They are going to different places, you're right, because they probably go to get food and they go back and stuff like that, and that slows the game down even more. I would not want to play this on a 3D6. That's what they said is minimum. Let's see. It says IBM 386 and above and 100% compatibles. 486 and above recommended. Yeah, duh. Requires SVGA 256 colors with Windows drivers, 4 megabytes free, CD-ROM drive, hard disk with 5 megabytes free space, Windows 3.1 or higher, and a Windows compatible sound card. This is the CD version, so it does run on Windows 95 as well, but I remember playing this on 311, and that's where we're going to play it, so... Yeah, that would be just... I mean... You have to turn off everything. Like, you could probably... So let's try and turn off the people and the effect animation. And it probably runs a lot smoother. Kinda. But this makes it very, like, dead. So, you know... We want that stuff. We want all the effects. Last time I played it, I'm pretty sure I played it on my P1200, and that ran the game, of course, just beautifully. At this point now, I kind of wish I could play it on high resolution. That's probably the biggest thing you get, because if you notice that, and something I probably just briefly pointed out, look at it's just running in a window, right? It's not a full screen game, but it literally is running in a window, and here's my desktop right underneath here, right? So you can move these things around. It acts like, and I think that's probably not helping it. I'm guessing that, you know, it has to split the graphics duty between just a regular desktop. Yes, that duty. And the game itself, and that's probably making it very brutal. So our elevators are doing fine. Wait, I forgot how granular this gets on time, because, you know, it's day cycle. Like, we're right here in a certain time of day. We're on fast mode, but I don't think it's even like, it's struggling so much to render the animations going on that it can't even keep up with that. So it looks like our offices are going here. Probably need to build some more offices, I feel. Get some more cash from that. Maybe we should expand our tower to the side. Or we can build a new office block higher up. I think it gets more expensive. So we'll just probably expand to this side here. Put a lobby in here. How are we doing on cash now? That's probably the kicker above anything. I am so happy I figured out. Oh, that's true. They do give me cash right away, but then do they cost? They're occupied. So I did get cash flow from that, but then I don't get any extra cash from just having them, right? So we're going to build some offices. It's fine. We'll surely recover from this. What was that money cheat again? Oh, they get whiny in this, right? But condos are what expands your tower, right, too? But now I just don't have any cash, so... We'll see what happens now, right? That's always what happens in these games. I just over-provision myself and then run out of cash. But let's see. I think we did have a positive cash flow at least. Total balance, 300. Sweet. So we're going to wait a couple of quarters here now for just some income. The hotels and the food businesses, right? Because they were the ones at the top. They were really... There we go. These are pulling a profit now. Yeah. They should be 4. So there you go. Now we're going into advanced tactics. So you should be building... So you should have an elevator then that... I'm not sure, like, you would have an elevator separate then from the office workers so they don't use the elevators. Yeah, that seems to ring a bell too. We didn't run the game, we just let it kind of cook in the background for quite a while to kind of keep up. Because I'm trying to think, like, what you're talking about. Yeah, you're probably right, because it's probably not CPU limited, honestly. So this would probably play very well on my Pentium, and I just seem to remember it does. But then for the design of the... So to get them to force to take the stairs, like in this case here, this is probably helping because they're going between these two here and stairs. But like you would have to have not have elevators next to there because you can't exactly decide where it stops, right? Oh, there we go. So you can actually decide where it's allowed to stop. I forgot how much you can customize this crap. Oh my goodness. So you can tell you where they return or how far they go. So you can actually say you can't go to the... So that... Okay, we'll leave that for now. But you can go nuts there customizing, it looks like. At least right now, our elevators are keeping up. What you're saying is because the office workers transition between the floors so much, they shouldn't be allowed to use the elevators. Right? Does that make sense? Because that's the thing. I don't think I ever mess with the elevators. Like, I literally built the one, and then, like, that was it. And I figured that's all you could do. But, I mean, you could set then corresponds... This is basically your traffic management from any sim game, I think, right? So this would be exactly what you would do with, you know, road construction and roundabouts and whatever it might be and whatever. So you can set times. You set the weekend versus the weekday time. Set the floor stay maximum go to, so you can actually restrict it so it doesn't, like, at least mean something. I'm sure that's all in the manual. So probably you can set an elevator then to not go too far so that, you know, if someone's up on the 30th floor, they don't call an elevator from the bottom. Yeah, I think that basically becomes the most complicated part of this. At the end is the elevator management. Maybe we just need to scroll up here and not look at our... Here, we can look at the beautiful clouds. Let the time pass. See how fast the clock's going now? And if we disable the effect animation too... Yeah, now our clock's speeding up. There you go, yeah. Never just elevator management. You're right, they did control that and turn that off. We watched that around Christmas time, so wrapping presents, because that is a Christmas movie. I will stand by that. There, time is actually going now. But yeah, then our population's not growing because they live in the condos. But we do need some more cash flow here now. But now you're doing this here, you can really see how slow the time's moving, because that's a single day. That's a night here now. We can look at our hotels are probably filling up, so at least that gives us some revenue here, right? Yeah. Yeah, 2,000 a night, so I think you're getting the cash then per quarter. Because I'm not seeing, like, you know, constant... That is also a Christmas movie. I kind of got an urge to watch that now, but it's not Christmas. So I assume then that the cash, shows you how much I remember, is generated or produced then per quarter. Is when you get the actual cash out of it. So we'll see here when the next quarter rolls over. So it's not like a continued revenue, it just bulks up, I assume. Here, we can look at the clouds. Okay. That makes sense. Yep, there we go. So there's some funds coming in. So that was a hotel for the evening then. So you should probably put some more hotels in. Because that's a nice, like, guaranteed revenue every day then, it seems like. Or fill in those rows once I get the next quarter's money here. Definitely done with condos for now. I don't think we need more population. As you pointed out there now, I burned all my cash on that. Okay, so the night runs through much quicker there. Income from hotel. Nice. Alright, thanks for watching, Mike. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. I'm going to open another soda. It's morning time. This game just gives me the warm fuzzies. I don't know what it is, but it's so... it must be the ant farm effect of just, like, you're building and you're seeing it happen, and it's just... It's so much fun to play. Even though it's both simple and complicated at the same time. You kind of get stuck in it. It's just fun to keep playing and just keep building. It's got that one more floor scenario to it. Of course, now I'm out of cash, but you're right then. So the weekend came in, so then the weekly income from the offices came in. So let's look at our finance window. Construction cost, maintenance is 200, income was 8,040. Condos, income from that. Fast food was losing money. Office, single room. So the offices are definitely bringing in more, but I do have a lot more in that. But this is last quarter. So again, I think we just need to let it speed through a little bit, so. I just remember being like just, I think what happened, if I remember right. So my cousin had acquired this game, like many of us did during that era. And I think I went to my mom or something like that. I really want to buy that or whatever, but she convinced me to hold on to my money, and I lost interest in the game pretty quickly after that. Because I saw the big box, and I did want to buy it. I never did. So this is a copy I bought fairly recently, in the last few years on eBay. And we unsealed it here live. If you want to rewatch this earlier, I unsealed sealed the copy earlier. Yeah, we're making money now. At least we're not, you know... There's money coming in more than I'm losing, and that's what I was afraid of, that I'd already hit that curve where I got screwed over and couldn't recover, but I think we're on a good track now. I'm definitely going to put in some more hotels. I'm trying to put where the cup doesn't end up right in the shot. Put some hotels in to get some more of that kind of point revenue. But what does one cost? $20,000 per hotel room. Yeesh. And we have... No, is it 2,000 or 20,000? Yeah, it's $20,000. My goodness. And we got 53,000. I can build 2. So yeah, I'm not building anything right now. That's expensive. That's very expensive. I guess because it generates money, right? $50,000 with housekeeping. What's an office? $40,000 an office. Yeah, I'm kind of broke. So we're watching a simulation here. So, has anyone played any retro games recently that they like or enjoy? They want to recommend or anything? I'm afraid to crack open the Exodus collection almost because there's just so many games in there. I almost feel like paralyzed. Even though Exodus is basically made for this computer or the Pentium, so I'm all about the Pentiums. Because I feel like I'm almost more playing retro games these days more than modern games. There's a cat butt again. Nice. Oh my. Ooh, Nokia. That is a fine one. Yeah, I really wish I could find a Nokia monitor. That's a really nice monitor. I mean, yeah, expensive, but boy, Nokia made some fantastic CRTs. I think they're almost underrated, and they don't, it's harder to find. So if you found it, I think it's worth paying for a good monitor. Like, you might get lucky and basically trash pick one, but getting a good one, it's worth the money. Excuse me. Oh, nice, Lord of the Rings 2. Fantastic. That sounds great. I'm glad you found a good CRT there. I don't think I played Lord of the Rings 2. That's the one that was on talking about the GameCube, PS2, hack and slash and those things. I don't think I played those. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong one. Because I know there's a strategy game too, Lord of the Rings, right? I can't remember what those are called. War for Middle-earth, right? But these are probably the hack and slash ones you're thinking of, or you're telling me. Lords of the Realm. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, gotcha. I should stream that one time. I should practice that one before I stream it because I don't remember iota how to play that. I had a friend in high school that used to come over, and he brought his copy and he would play that, and he got really into it, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it yet. So yeah, I do have the 1 and 2 boxes for that one. So. I could stream X2 or X3 sometime. I am awful at those two. I should play it more, but it's like I love having the copies of them. I use it as a test game almost. But I am not good at them, so I should probably practice more. But I did play it on the C64 one time, and also, of course, it runs great on the Mister, running the C64 core. So these guys generating? Nope. Very few customers. There's not enough people here, I assume. Yeah. Costing a lot. Boy, we're not making a lot of money. So this actually is minus 3,000 profit. If it's that bad, I may have to like kill these off or something. But are they really that picky that they don't want to like go 3 floors for food? Yeah, they're going here. So where are those guys going? Where are you going? Holy moly, far down. So I wonder if there you go. I wonder if the home floor for the elevator, you see there's a lighted or lit color there. Oh, I see. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that's their home floor where I placed them. I need to switch this around to... That's their home floor. Can I move that? No. Ah! I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm moving it, so... Huh. You're going to be here. Okay, so that is the home floor for that elevator. You saw it move there. That's really cool. So we can actually move them around. You can stay at the top. That's cool. I am an elevator god. Oh, anyway. But yeah, it makes sense. There's kind of like a synergy here. As you can tell, I'm just kind of winging it. But we'll see if we can tweak it. I think there's so much to tweak with these things. But this guy, obviously, should be higher up. Oh, okay, so those are the people pushing the buttons there. Come on, you should go there. Where's the elevator? Go there and stop. This is so confusing. No! And you should be here in the middle. Probably not letting me do this well. There are people in the elevator. Should do this at night. It's so complicated. I'm sure once you learn to read all this stuff, but I assume the call button has been pushed on the ones that have a circle. So that's where they're waiting. And then it's going to turn around at a certain floor there. But you can see the numbers have been moved there now. So then basically, where you put the elevator then, when you build it, the extra elevator car, and you put that in, that's where the home floor is by design then, I'm guessing. So that's what the lit up one. See, the 8 was lit up there. So that's where it's going to wait now. So we'll put that one on 7, I think. So it's in the middle. That's really cool. I don't know why, but just being able to control them like that. And that makes more sense, because that way at least the elevators aren't flying around a whole bunch of stuff. So, waiting car response, 5 floors closer than moving cars. And then standard floor departure, 0 seconds. So I assume then you can let the elevators wait longer so that people can't just tap the close button to go faster. I don't want to talk to anyone. I'm going to close the elevator. So I guess this one can probably go on 12 because there's nothing on 13 yet. Alright, so we do need more offices and more hotels, basically. I am not. You're right. There's elevators for the weekend. You're right, I'm doing just, no, it looks like it carries over both. So that's just the settings, it looks like. But it looks like it carries the same. But you're right, I was doing for the weekends. But it looks like it's identical. The start ones. I'm assuming these settings then alternate. I don't know what these buttons do. It doesn't say. We have time because I'm waiting for the money to come in. So I'm going to find the instructions for that section specifically for the elevators. I have a feeling they have to be documented in here, right? Yeah, that's probably what I'll have to do. Offices. Well, I do have offices, and also I was either planning on filling that out with more hotels. But you're probably right. It's probably better to put offices there so that they can go to those eateries. But I need more cash. So let's see. Elevators. Special thanks to Will Wright. The basics. This is not the basics. A message from Ute Saito. There's a huge section from that. Tutorial. My goodness. All the graphics here are from the Mac versions. That's pretty funny. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's one of these games that probably if you read through this, I might read through after we're done playing to understand better, because I think everything is explained in here. Yeah, so much to keep track of. Yeah, it gives you basically a full guide on how to build the first section of your office. Alright, click on a shaft of your elevator. Shaft. It says here, you just added another car. I think it's just that most of us didn't have the manuals, we couldn't see that. You've opened the elevator window, giving you access to the control panel for every car in the shaft. The line box at the bottom of the window displays small boxes and columns next to a row of numbers. Each column displays the floor-to-floor movement of each car in the shaft. The row of numbers are your floors, each with a corresponding box. The cars can be seen moving between floors with symbols within the car boxes revealing information about the car's passage. Check the reference section for symbol elaboration. The top of the window will show a depressed button either weekday or weekend, depending on what day it is when you open the window. The series of buttons below the tiny clocks let you adjust the shaft's cars for conditions specific to the times between the clocks. Let's improve one of the factors for your building tenants. Oh, so you can actually... What that changes appears to be the express settings. Make sure the weekday button is selected and click and hold the button below the clocks indicating 5 and 9 o'clock. This is so complicated. So between 5 and 9 is when you can set. They're going to express then. So for example, you could if you get this deep in this game, now it shows how deep this is. If you say on the weekends when the offices are closed, you don't need it to go there. You can express them to park them higher, or like express floors to get the tenants quicker higher. What you've done is told all those cars between those selected hours to go directly to the lobby of the building once they've gone to the top floor, picking up passengers on their ascent at any floor that has people waiting. Once at the top, the cars will go directly to the bottom, not stopping in transit. So you can create express floor or express elevators during certain times of day. Whew. Simtower does provide some other amusements for you while you build up your business. Holy moly. Yeah, this goes deep, but yeah, I'm not going to read through this whole thing. But that explains a little bit of the elevator action, as it were. It's a lot more complicated than I thought, for sure. Oh, that's right, I had this open still. So we got a lot of cash infusion from the condos right away, but then, of course, now we're not making much money. We need more offices, so what I probably should have built instead was originally built more offices to start with. And then probably crammed out, well, not hotels, but like balanced it out, as it were. But we'll see what happens here. Yeah, this is complicated. But we got really far without knowing any of this. We didn't mess with elevators at all. We built elevator shafts. There's one elevator in it. I remember that distinctly because of learning it later. Not realizing how complicated the elevators were looking at this now, for sure. Well, yeah, there's weekends attract more customer. I think it has to do with the particular place, too. Now on board, stairs. Business is good. I think you can probably look and see which ones are doing bad and then just nuke them. And if they're costing us a lot of cash, I'm going to have to destroy them until the ice cream shops are not. Who mentioned earlier that there was a money duplication cheat or something? I don't think there's just a straight up like, and I have these offices, they're not. Okay, we'll put the rent down then so they actually come in here. I know we're on the weekend right now, but at this point, just getting the cash would be helpful. You know, startup incentive to come in here. Because that one did fill up eventually at 5,000 there, so. $16 billion. I mean, if you have that much cash, you can just, it's like, that becomes like a tower painting game more than a tower management game. I remember doing that on SimCity for Super Nintendo. I cheated on that one, and because that game is tough to begin with. And then you're basically just painting a city. And I feel like a little bit that's how City Skyline, at least the base game, I haven't played any of the expansions, but the base game is very satisfying because you don't seem to run into many cash flow problems if you build semi-smart. Income from office, there we go, that was a nice chunk of change. But it's still not even remotely what I need, because then you build a few hotels and that chews through that. But I think we may have to start trimming out things that are not making us money now. Okay, these offices are filling in now. There we go. That's good. And we get all the tenants here. Occupied. Wow, all the hotels are filling up. That's good. That's good cash. Nice. That's adding up a little bit. Yeah, all the tenants, or all the hotel guests are checking out there now. So we definitely need more offices, because that does give us a big chunk. But I think we have to look and see which eateries are not making us money, and then just explode them for now. We can build new ones later, but clearly we don't need them. And the other ones are good. Business is good. Today's patronage is very good. It probably does. We can turn off the people animation. It does run faster. It just turns off a little bit of the charm. But you can try it. Now I almost want to find someone who's made a super optimized tower, because I imagine if you really optimize this, you can go really nuts. Yeah, we're going to delete this guy. This is just not making money. It's costing us money. So here's this. Come on, guys. Use the stairs right there. guess they could be going higher. And I think that a lot has to do with how we optimize all the... they must be going... There. Take the stairs, you lazy bums. Now the sound is choppy too, I can't keep up. I don't remember the game running this slow, but I wonder if this machine is starting to struggle or something. Let's see. We probably want to put more offices at the top there. But this guy did have patronage, but then profit was very low. But that was the weekend, I think, right? So we just went to income from hotel. Okay, so we're making money now. Huh. Fully buildable. Yeah, because this is a lot of space to build. Like, you could go, I mean, way high. But it's funny because it's one of those games that just keeps driving you on, and you keep wanting to see what's going to happen and keep building that way. It's really fun. So yeah, I should have probably interwoven some other things in between, more offices, more income, and things like that. But live and learn. We'll see if we can recover from this here. Colonists are all occupied, so our tower is pretty full as far as occupancy goes, but I don't have enough cash for anything else. This is ice cream parlor do better today. Still very few customers. All of them are bad right now because... So, let's see. Total income, 2,000. Total maintenance, 1,000. Not making much money. It doesn't seem to line up. We got today's patronage, but... okay, I want here. Pricing. So, low. So I can probably increase the rent now that they actually moved in here. Sorry guys, that was a promotional offer. Let's see if they stay here for the next quarter. Get your foot in the door. 2 quarters, so they have been occupied longer there. But yeah, it would be nice to build maybe a couple offices up here to take advantage of those eateries. But how much does an office cost? It's 40,000, isn't it? But we're gonna have to bite the bullet just to get some cash flow going here, I think. Do you play this, Dan? That was expensive, but the offices do give us cash, so... Of course you get raise rent. Like anything, you get the promotional offer and then, you know, it goes up. Yeah, I got that nice ding-dong going on there. Just trying to keep cool here on the cash flow. Hotel rooms do pay for themselves, obviously, but that's expensive per unit. Could increase the rate. They're all highly valued, so... But I assume then getting hotel rooms for kind of the quick and dirty money there, and then using the... Well, not quick and dirty, but the daily cash, and then the offices for the bigger paycheck at the end of the week. Seems to be a good strategy there, so... But 20 grand, 40,000 per office. $40,000. Well, I mean... Building in these towers can't be cheap, right? Or it isn't cheap. So we turn off all the animations now to make it faster. And then, of course, all these sound effects are still on. And I remember hearing just that all the time for the elevators. Well, it's kind of like a tower. Got like a little sky lobby there. It looks cool. Right? But we are making money, I believe. So maybe I can rebound from this. But this is a long-haul game. Like, sorry, I can't remember who mentioned it now that you let the game run overnight just to generate cash. And that's... I don't think, like, many bad things are going to happen to your building while it just sits there. So yeah, the animation was turned off now, which loses a lot of the charm. But you see the guys walking around, or the people. But it reduces the animation going on inside each little unit here. Which, of course, loses a lot of the charm. But it runs a lot faster this way. So, making... So what's the deal with these ones? Why is this lower valued? Oh well, still making money. Take the stairs. They're right there. And you have to, like, run around. Imagine getting up the stairs in one floor and, like, where's the other stairs? Other side of the building. Alright, where's the next stair? Other side of the building. It's like, keeps you fit. At some point, maybe I'll align all these stairs, but for now, this is fine. Oh, they're making money. That's good. So it looks like profit is maxed at 3,000. I can't really make any more, it looks like. Which makes sense. You can't just build like a billion of these things. But all these officers seem to be doing good there. Hopefully putting some more offices up here actually makes these spin up. Yep. There's a little more people in here. I'm not sure if there's enough to warrant all 3 eateries here. They'll probably have to destroy one of them. Because that was a little overambitious. Sorry if anyone was in there eating. You're kicked out. Sorry, not sorry. That way we'll reduce the cash bleed a little bit. That's a loud cricket. That's the sound that mostly resonates with me remembering this game. Is the sound effect for the elevator. All the time. I wonder how slow this game would be if you didn't run in fast mode. Excuse me. We see the time just ticking here slowly. It's the middle of the day now. Hotel. Dirtier rooms. Assume they're getting there. Are they in there cleaning now? Where's the cleaning crew? Oh, okay, so she's in there cleaning right now, I think. Because you got to make sure that, I assume you have enough cleaning staff to clean your rooms before the next day, otherwise that's lost revenue, so. Clean. Dirty. Where's our maid staff? What are they doing? I guess it's still noon, so that's the time they would clean rooms. I assume that little picture there was the maid in there cleaning. That's this little chair. I just love the little details. I played other like tower simulators on mobile and stuff, and it's just not as fun as this deeper one. So, yeah, there we go. The maid is in the next one right there. I just love seeing the little people running around doing their thing. It adds so much to now. Of course, I disable all those animations, extra flourishes, but it just adds so much to the feel of the game. And again, you know, it's a living thing. But you get pretty invested in this one. Let's see if we can make some more cash. So that, for me, probably SimCity 2000 was probably the first early sim game that I played the most. I played that a ton, built huge cities and everything. I didn't really play the original SimCity on Amiga or PC. I played the Super Nintendo version first, probably. I'm trying to think now if the Super Nintendo version came before the SimCity 2000. I played the SimCity on Super Nintendo a lot. I just had access to it for a rental perspective. And then, yeah, SimCity 2000. But yeah, maybe SimCity on Super Nintendo was the first one that I played the most originally. Really? Interesting. Is this compatible with Windows 95? I guess not 98, but... yeah, I should get SimCopter too. SimCity 2000 is so good. And I think I played a demo of SimCopter. Just the idea of flying around your city just seems so cool. I do have the... Streets of SimCity, which allows you to drive around your city, but I don't have SimCopter. Also, one I played quite a bit actually was Sim Farm. I think we played that on Amiga actually, and maybe it was on PC. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But played that at a friend's house. I didn't have it. That's right. It came with Aviator. A box copy of SimCopter, the original with the Aviator glasses, are pretty rare to pop up, and when they do, they go for a tidy sum anymore because they become like collectible. Because most of those aviators are missing at this point, obviously. It was a weird game, bizarre game for what it is. I mean, good for them on going for it. And I think that they created a new brand. I don't think... Yeah, this is the classic edition. So it doesn't have the... I think that they called it like an experience brand or something. They called there was intended to be a more like actiony subdivision of Maxis, and I think they changed it to like be took off by itself passenger. Well, see you later. Good luck flying, random person. And they were trying to get into the action genre a little more, and they created a spin-off basically to a new label, but I think it was only Simcopter and Streets of SimCity that used that label, if you will, and then they went back to doing strategy games again, so... yeah, that's really the novelty factor. I was riding around New York City, and if anyone here wasn't familiar with that, and I have a feeling most were, but Simcopter and Streets of SimCity allowed you to travel around your imported SimCity 2000 city. So you could literally drive around and look at what your city looked like. And that was really the novelty factor. So, yeah, I was to say, it probably was not meant to take off without a passenger, or without you flying. The eateries up there still aren't doing so good. We'll see once these offices start getting lived in here. I'm waiting for the next cash flow. We're on max speed. Yeah, there's that part. I think there's probably modern patches and re-improvements that are available now that makes that kind of stuff better in mods, I'm sure. Anytime a game has been out that long, they figure stuff out to make it easier to play. But it's a limitation of the era, right? You think about SimCity 2000 was like, 94 or something like that, maybe? Maybe later? I don't remember now. But the, all software, of course. So then when... I don't think there's any 3D acceleration in Simcopter that I remember. Maybe there was a patch for that, but I thought it was all software renderer, so it was a bit of a heavy lift for computers of the era. Oh, so the funds here are, they just take away the zeros. They're double zeros, so it doesn't say that, but they just shorthand it, that's why. I see. That makes more sense. So, like, why is that number there? Boy, there's a lot of people walking into the lobby. I love the fact you can see stairs. Now on board stairs. One person on board the stairs. Well, there's some good bones here for a good tower, but, like, these games, you get better each successive thing you run. But this is a game I totally could see, like, firing up just to leisurely play and enjoy. Like, a lot of these games I stream because it's fun. But I may not like fire it up for recreational purposes, if that makes sense, in between streams. But this one I could see just having on and watching TV or something. Yep, I do remember Myst for sure. I remember my Mac owning friends basically like, have you heard of Myst? How about Marathon? How about Myst? Do you know Myst is only on Mac right now? How good it is? How awesome it is on Mac? No offense if you enjoyed it on Mac, but boy, they liked parading that around. I didn't play it myself. I had friends who played it religiously and loved the challenge of the puzzles. That's the thing I realized too. Even playing today, I'll probably be feeling extremely stupid. Yes, you specifically, Daniel. I'm attacking you for playing it on a Mac and like, oh, come on. Everyone, they made a VR version? Oh my goodness. I think there's a PYST, like a PYST. It's like a joke or parody box of Myst, and they're like, oh my god, what does this lever do? I've been pulling this thing for 4 hours, I'm just afraid that I would feel very stupid playing in that game today. I'm just not very smart, so but it would probably be amazing in VR. I'd be curious to see how that works, because yes, you're right, the graphics was, I mean, it was revolutionary when it came out. It was, I think, one of the first, if not the first CD-ROM release games. And it was on CD-ROM, so they could use those gorgeous pre-rendered 3D images and the backgrounds. And I don't think there was anything remotely close to it when it came out. It was early, too. It was really awesome. I had friends who really enjoyed it. I did not have access to it. I wasn't interested in it at the time. But I feel it took, like, the computer world with storm. But again, the Mac thing, I remember, was highly touted. The Mac multimedia features. There we go. Got a nice lump of cash there. Very few customers. I know, we're going to put some more offices in here as soon as we can. Occupied. These condos then don't bring anything in, they just for a lump sum, which of course that's... Alright, well, we need the population, but we need more cash to make more cash. And we'll put another office in here too. Put a couple in here. There we go. Now we're low on cash again. It's really stuttering so much that the sound is choppy. And yeah, again, this probably greatly benefit from a pension class rig. I'll say it like I usually do, but if you're joining us late, we're playing simtower on an original 46 HP Vectra. Was it V or VO? One of those desktops, so... I do like the idea of putting a little ticker that shows the specs of the machine. I'm trying to figure something out there, in where I have the logo on the stream now. Right here. To either put some rotating thing that shows what I'm playing on with specs, or, yeah, ticker is a good idea too, just to have kind of a rolling ticker that talks about what the specs are and everything. I think that would be a good idea to have, just to kind of let people know what you're running with. Hi, cat. Show your cat butt again. Cat butt. Goodness. Right, don't bunk the microphone here now. So, okay, it is a normal day, so we'll see if these fill in here. If they could come in at the normal rent, that would be great. So far, it looks like the maid has time, but it looks like most of these rooms are actually filling up. That's good. Gives us a nice little cash boost every time, but and eventually we'll probably need another... it's okay, there's like 5 maids in here, so... Housekeeping, floor 12. They should be able to keep up with 2 floors, I think. Alright. Still going here. They gave us a little more cash. Okay, so they moved into that one. Not that one yet, but... So the offices probably give us more, like, good, longer-term chunks of change, versus these give us a little bit to go on every day. So I'm assuming you need mixtures. There we go. I think, if I remember right, the win condition is something to, like, get to your tower to the max size or something like that. Otherwise, it's probably an eternal game. Someone correct me there. Strategies. It's funny. Why do you play this game? I don't know. It looks cool. That's probably in there somewhere. But yeah, and someone can correct me. I don't remember the exact win condition. I think you have to reach a certain floor level. Yeah, it's like 150 floors, something like that, and you put like a... Okay, that's 100 floors, and then like a big dome, I think, at the top. Like a huge dome. And that's like the win condition, which is, I believe, the dome that you see at the top of the box there. And that caps off the building. You know, kind of like Empire State Building kind of thing going on. Alright. Good point. Thank you. Because I'm not sure I would keep playing this game again now if we had crashed on me at this point. So, see, that's thank you, loyal followers, for reminding me to save. Well, there we go. They're filling out there now, and I'm getting some cash. So I'm going to put some more offices in here, because we need that office. The stripper palace on the top floor. That's right. Whew, that costs a lot, too. But, brings us cash. Let's see, a Ted Palace at the top. The gold toilets. And yeah, that filled in right away. Nice. So each one of these, of course, brings us more cash. So we'll just keep adding that, and then we'll probably put in... I don't want to expand to the side yet, because that would be very expensive at this point. But maybe put in some more hotel rooms here, because that would be nice to get a little day-to-day cash. But yeah, that is expensive per unit. It's like 20 grand. But each one brings in then 2,000. So over 10 nights, and you get that money back. As long as it's occupied, obviously. So there is... But I like the fact that it's kind of like a metered income every day. And then the offices give you a bigger chunk of change later on. So I might mix in little hotel rooms here. They have offices, right? They're next to hotel rooms. That makes sense. Business travelers and whatnot. Probably look down in the lobby to see how bad the office neighbor is noisy. Fine. They don't like that then. Office neighbor is noisy? What? I mean, you stay in a hotel room overnight, and the office is closed overnight. What are you up to, game? So I guess we can't mix them. I think in general they don't like me mixed on the same floor, I'm pretty sure, right? Because we go down here, they only complain if it's on the same floor. Yeah. Different floor, they're fine. Do we have more room to build more offices down here? That would be brutal if that was part of the cycle of this game, to just click on each room to get the rent. Come on, you're late on rent again. That would be brutal. This is a cool game. I'm not gonna lie. It's like if all the oh, maybe time for a new elevator or elevator car in this shaft here. Yeah. Where's my money? Let's see if we can put another elevator in. Can we do that here? Nope, we've reached the max. 3 cars is the max for each one. It's full there. It's not full all the time. Boy, it's struggling. I'm not sure if you guys hear that or not, but it's choppy sound there. Sorry, Matt. Please leave a message. We'll let it run full for now. They may complain a little bit, but I don't want to invest the cash to build another elevator shaft right now. It would just be too expensive, so... Oh, you're probably right. Holy moly. Yeah, that's an 80,000 per car. So thank you for pointing that out. Standard cars. You can build express ones later, I think, right? That's very expensive. So they're going to have to deal with that for now. We're just going to make more cash. So how is the eateries going now? They're going better. The ones down here are filled up, so that's good. The ones up here, woo. Yes, this is a particular mechanical hard drive, so it's got, I can't remember, it's like it's not very big. It's like 120 meg or something like that. Spinning original hard drive. This machine is pretty much original. I have not restored it. I haven't really done much to it except, no, I don't think I've done anything to it. It's the original, like, out-of-the-box spec machine. So, you know, you went and bought this HP 486 back in the day, this is what you got. So, can't decide where you want to sit. So yeah, I'm going to try and put a ticker in under the cat, as it were, somewhere in here. That shows kind of rolling, let information on the machine I'm playing on for the evening, just so that I can reference it back, and it's nice to have for the stream in general. So they don't like that there. The offices are bringing in cash, so we do have to do that. I may have to expand the tower so I can build more to the side. Not yet, though. We will put... I would like to build some more condo, or, whatchamacallit, more hotel rooms. So maybe we'll do that now just to get a little extra daily cash. But it's 20 grand a pop. I can build like 2 and I'm out of cash. Boy, it's expensive. Yeah, I don't remember who said it earlier, but I see leaving this game running just to generate cash, because, boy, it's pretty slow going in that sense. And it's on fast speed now. It reminds me a little bit about different... Yeah, there's a Discord. I set up a Discord. Let me find it and link it. I need to actually create the invite too. So I did set up Discord. So I will put that in the chat, and anyone who joins, I think it's empty right now. So anyone who wants to join in can do that. I will probably, you know, keep harassing people or whatever. But I'll put a public link basically so you can join if you want to. Again, there's no real mods in there. There's no one in there yet. Yes, I did create one. That's true. It was a little faster looking at the clouds. We'll just scroll up here. There. You look at the blue cloud. So let me find thing here, and then let's see. Invite people. Edit invite link. Okay. Copy the invite link. There you go. I think that works. I'm in Discord right now. It's the only person, basically, so I've never ran a Discord server before, so I apologize for any messes that are in there or anything that breaks or whatever, but feel free. Yeah, it is huffing and puffing, for sure. And I said, this probably wouldn't hurt to just take apart and do a clean, and I want to cover it at some point too. And for now, I like keeping it original. Like, I have a lot of pimped out machines that are powerful, overpowered. Alright. Welcome. We have 3 people join up already. Holy cow. It's popular Discord. Now you guys can chat in there and be nice. I like keeping a stock for now. It's a nice one. Hello, Ethan Linux 2.7. Welcome to Discord. I said there's not many people in there, but yeah, feel free to just chat up or whatever. Let me know, like, I can spin up different, you know, channels in there and whatnot as needed, but right now, just keep it pretty simple. So we're not that big of a group yet, but it's a nice way for us to chat and things like that, and feel free to talk about whatever. I don't really care. Yeah, just, you know, be nice to each other. But judging how nice or not nice you are to each other in chat here, I think it should be fine. But I will be in there when I can, here and there. Probably not going to be in a ton, but I will definitely make appearances in there for sure. So, there we go. Yeah, you went AFK, and that's when the Discord came up. Me 6 bot. Yeah, I need to look at bots, and I'm a total total noob when it comes to Discord running one. So. The lag is looking a little better up here now. We're sitting up here just to speed up time, because sitting down on the buildings themselves makes it run pretty slow. But I think we're making money. It's just not coming in very fast. But I think it's just we're waiting for the office chunk to come in, and that kind of gives us a big boost there. But yeah, it's really funny. They're like running this on a 386. Remember, 386 can run Windows 3.11, right? Just fine. But running this on a 386 would probably pretty rough. If it's running this bad here with the settings off in general, then probably turn off sound maybe, and 640x480 probably run it better. But then you're like, you can't see anything. Running this on a Pentium class machine with a larger resolution, even 1024, and then expanding the window and everything has probably helped the experience greatly. But this was how I played it. I didn't play this on my own machine. I think I only played it on my cousin's 486, the same equivalent one. But yeah, struggling for sure. Getting a little bit of cash. I would like to put in some more hotels so that we can get that day-to-day extra cash flow a little bit to fill in the extra funds. But it's definitely not fast when it's down there. We'll go up to the clouds. It's funny that the minimap is animated, but then the main screen is not when you turn off the effect, so really interesting. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Ethan. Have a good one. That's weird. It must be a display bug or something, or, whatever. But I did patch this, and the patch was actually pretty brutal. It ran like a... Normally you run a patch and it goes, next, or whatever. But this one, I heard the hard drive just chugging for like 10 minutes straight. And it applied the patch, and it looked like it was repatching, like, the executable pretty hardcore. So it just took a while to patch. And it might be, again, that the hard drive on this guy is just slowly but surely going out. It wouldn't surprise me if it's just dead one day. So I'm assuming the first thing that this machine will have to have done is put in a one of these, ID to SSD or SD solutions of some variety. So. Because I think there's only one patch, and I grabbed... This installation is from my abandonware. Alright, let's put in a couple of more hotel rooms here. Just to get a little more. And that cost 60 grand. Woo! Boy, it is really sluggish in the beginning here, but I don't know how to speed it up besides just, building slower, maybe? And of course, I did just go all in on the condos in the beginning, which gave a big cash flow in the beginning, but probably just metering it better would make you go a little faster. But yeah, boy, that really rained funds faster. And it's funny, because I've played many of the SimCity games, and often I would cheat. I could have sworn there was a money cheat in SimCity 2000 as well. Someone correct me there, but I could have sworn there was one. Boy, the Discord is hopping already. Thanks for joining in there, guys. It'll be fun to chat outside of the stream, too. I do really like to stream, and I like hanging out as well. But yeah, it's just scheduling and life in general makes it hard to stream any more often. Just the time commitment to do it. And I may increase my stream frequency in the future. Sorry, Ted. But for now, I'm going to stick to the weekly. But then we can hang out in between in the Discord. So yes, there's the Discord server now. Finally. It only took a few months of nagging me. So yeah, we're making money, but again, not fast. But it's a relaxing game. You certainly can just kind of let it run. There are a lot of birds. Let's see if we go back here and we disable or enable all the animations again. People, effects. Yeah, see their little fan spinning, people walking around. It adds a lot to it. Like it gets pretty flat without it. No. It's getting a little chubby. Eating a little too much. But it's probably best to keep those off for now, yeah. That is Zoe. I guess she's named after the Firefly character or Serenity character of Zoe. Let's see. Yeah, just waiting for cash. I wish there was like an ultra fast mode, but this is as fast as it goes. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure I ran that when I played that game. Like, a lot. So we'll disable people and effects there to get the maximum speed. It's trying to game the system, but look at the clock there. It's just like click, click. And I think if you disable fast mode, it's probably brutally slow. Is there any difference? Fast mode doesn't seem to really do anything. Can it just not keep up? What if you disable the sounds? It's gonna do like, what's the most basic you can run this game in? Can it go faster? That stops the time, I think. Of course, anything you do stops time. It looks like the eateries have finally caught up there at the top now. If you look up there, that was... That's true. I did buy a overdrive when I was a kid, but not a Pentium. I used it for my 46 SX33, and I slapped an overdrive into it to make it a DX4100. And that made that little... That was the same compact all-in-one. It did go... It was a lot faster after that, because after I bought my P1... I kept the compact next to it, sort of, and I had a friend over in junior high pretty often. We played no modem linked games together, mostly Command & Conquer, and then Red Alert, and then some Duke Nukem 3D, things like that. And that made that machine run a lot better. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. I don't know that there were any faster 46s. I wonder if there's anything in these catalogs about that. Let's find out. Probably all... So this is volume 20, so this will be later. See if there's any machines in here that have CD towers, modems, scanners. Yeah, I really should do like a read-through, an extra video, basically. That is not one of my main videos, and just a read-through of one of these old catalogs, because even if it's in Swedish, it's really fun. Corel Draw. It's really fun to look through this stuff. Where are the computers? Lotus Notes ready. Oh, how good. There's a big, like, thing in the middle for, like, a mail-in thing, and it's just making the page flipping very difficult. Computers. P100, P90, P90. This might be too late. They're all Pentium class machines, I think. Look at this here. We'll just switch to the other camera real quick here, but... Look at that. Wouldn't it be fantastic to have this sort of setup now? AST was big in Europe. There's Olivetti as well. Whole full box complete. Yeah, that's the thing. These catalogs, like, I didn't buy much from these things, but they were just so much fun to look through. And dream about parts I could never get, or, you know, or upgrades, or, you know, I wanted a scanner, or whatever it might be. IBM FT though. But yeah, I'll probably do like a read through of this magazine. This one only has Pentium class processors in it. I don't see any 486s at all, so that time had passed basically at that point already. This one is a little older. Pentium 100, Cyrix 586 100. So the Cyrix is the 5X. Was that actually a Pentium class processor, or was that a 46 overdrive kind of thing? Because I don't think that... I don't know. I don't remember. I did not have any Cyrix processor around the time. I didn't know anyone really did. Everything was Intel in Europe. Or at least in Scandinavia, it was Intel everything. I don't see much of anything. They're all Pentium class machines, it looks like. So this would be too late. Super cheap. That's what it says for this one. 10 or what was it? Yeah, $1,000. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, CompUSA catalog. It's the same thing with CompUSA. I love just going there to browse because, like, holy cow, that was the office income there. That helped a lot there to give us a good chunk of change. So we can build one more hotel room here. Well, two more hotel rooms. Okay, so the Cyrix was the 46 equivalent, or at least that particular... I guess I'm not sure which one you have, I should say, but that's possible then. It was just that. So we should probably maybe expand the base here and put a few more offices in, because that does give us a nice chunk of change. I could also put more offices. Wow, the game is running faster now when you disable the sound, actually. It seems like... Yeah. That actually seemed to have taken quite a bit of horsepower. So now you get a totally quiet game, but it's faster. It's a little sad, because the sound effects are too high sampled. Actually, I saw someone sort of related on Twitter. They said that they had found the original sound. So the sound for Super Mario World was downsampled to be able to fit on the cartridge, right? So it's crunchier and it sounds exactly like woo, woo, ding dong, ding dong. So I just record that and play it over here, my speakers over and over. They found the original samples that were used to record and down sample that, and someone posted on YouTube. It's basically the entire Super Mario World soundtrack without the down sampling, and it sounds so weird. It's so clean and crisp that like it doesn't sound right because it doesn't sound like a Super Nintendo, and it sounds so clean. But it's a really neat thing. But so you're saying if I just keep saying ding dong, I'm gonna set off your dogs? Sorry. So we can build more. It's starting to get up some cash flow there now. I think we should just... Our weird hotel is a weird shape here now. And I think we're going to expand down here a little bit so we can to put more stuff in here. Like another layer on the outside, I think. So we do have some cash now, finally. Not much, though, because that costs a lot. Ouch. 20 grand per lobby thing? Forget that. I'm just going to do floor here then. Can I not? It has to be a lobby on the main floor? Yeah, it looks like it. Ouch. That's expensive. That's like 20 grand a pop per lobby square. Phew, everything is expensive. Oh, I see. You can't just fill out to make the base, because that makes sense, I suppose. So we're going to put a couple more offices in here. That will give us, use up the space we have there a little bit. And I wonder if we can then produce another eatery down here, because I think all these are not making money. Yeah, all the eateries are making money, so business is very good. Great. It's 5,000 profit. So we should probably not put another eatery. What does that cost? $100,000. We are not putting another eatery in right now. Trying to get this cash flow going. So it is a combination of between all the different things generating revenue. Hotels daily. Offices, of course, giving a lump sum change every week. I'm not sure how often the food or eateries are getting you cash. Probably not that often, so. But it looks like the businesses are catching up now. See, I can check you can check Discord there now. I am dominating simtower by very slowly catching up to my own mistakes. Excuse me, I just got freaking cat hair blows up everywhere. The medium length fur just kind of flies everywhere. It is kind of like a combination of all your different businesses going together, right? Combining. So we kind of built ourselves into an interesting thing here. But you know what? I'm not streaming long enough for the end result or consequences of my poor design here coming into effect. So we can kind of wing it a little bit. Thinking about putting more hotels in here because the chunk of change I got from the office is very nice. But I don't want to run out of the short-term cash. The hotel seems to be like they're pretty busy at night. Our office neighbor isn't busy. I put the link in there. Oh, okay. Oh, leveling, moderation, Twitch, YouTube, and Reddit notifications. Nice. All right, I'll look at that for sure. Yeah, just throw recommendations at me. I'm a total noob. I've never run a Discord server before. Just figured to start off with the community, so. Welcome to chat. Talk about old computers. Talk about whatever you want. Just be nice. Anyway, it would be nice to put in some hotels because at least it's kind of cheaper. Office neighbor is noisy. It's almost the office neighbors. Like, why do they care in the middle of the day? Interesting. Was that a different rent there? Oh, 10,000. Okay. They're all filling up, so people want to live here, and the population is growing. We have 520 people in the tower now, which is quite an upgrade. They should almost have like a time hop in this game where it just like jumps you forward because it's just so slow to get cash. So now I need a extra monitor up here now because I have one here for the stream and I got my primary monitor over here so I can look there. But I need a monitor over here too so I can monitor Discord, and this is going to get complicated. I don't have enough monitors because I got I have a CRT to my main computer over here. I have my main ultra-wide panel for my main computer. I got the CRT for the retro stack. I got a panel up here for the stream, which is connected to my main computer, and I got the PVM down here as well. So, more monitors. For streaming, so in what respect, OBS is what I use. I don't use OBS Streamlabs, but it's OBS, because that's what I started messing with, and that's what I've used basically exclusively. It's just, it feels like it's the software, at least for me, open source and all that stuff, and it's so popular. There's a lot of people that have used it, they've messed with it, tweaked it, and it's really, that seems like the go-to, and that's what I went with as well. So it's OBS. And then over time, as you guys have followed me, you've seen me tweak my setup. That's true. Zoe could be the social media assistant. She can hit, you know, spam all the tweets and face tweets and all that. Let's see what it costs to expand up one layer here. $10,000. That seems weird because this is $10,000 to like one layer here. And that was free. So the elevator extension is nothing. So it costs a lot to put the elevator in, but no cost of the extension. Bizarre. Hotel. Put a couple more hotel rooms in here. Doot. Doot. Alright, fine. They're okay with being noisy neighbor. There you go. Deal with it. I don't think we streamed Theme Hospital yet, did we? I don't think so. I think I just played it. We need to stream that too. I was just reminded of a Man from Sim Style. And there's another one too. What's it called? Evening, Demi. Welcome. We're playing Sim Tower, as you probably saw there. Yeah, I think we talked about express elevators. And there's a setting that you can set during weekdays or weekends to go to express. That's true, you can charge more for them. They're haunted. I was gonna say, forgot. Oh yeah, what's it called? Startopia. It's also an interesting little hidden gem, I think. It's a space station simulator. This is more like XP era. Great game too. I'm hoping to buy the big box on that one sooner or later. I believe I have the CD for it. That's all right, no problem, Dimmy. We actually have, I put a link in for the, we actually spun up a Discord, finally. Everyone's been hounding me for so long, and I've been late to the game there. You're welcome to either scroll up, otherwise we can paste the link again. The link should be good to still to just join the Discord if you're interested. You don't have to, obviously. It's just a place to chat outside of when I'm not streaming for the group here. But I figured just make sure that the invite stands. And we're trying to keep our tower alive with very slow cash flow. I must have... Is there no cheat in this one? It seems weird. I don't remember like having this slow of a movement when I was a kid. But then again, I played games all day. Like, I'm trying to think now. Like, all the commitments and responsibilities you have as an adult and everything. You just, like, don't have time to play. And I was a kid to play this game like, oh, I played for 6 hours straight. And, you know, it was fine. But welcome, Christopher. Got us a few late joiners here showing up. We were playing simtower on a 486 original machine. A sad story. Uh-oh. We're playing simtower without any sound or any animation to make the game run faster, to make money faster. I think... Oh, yeah, sorry. That's the thing, is like, it's always hard with the time zone, like I'm in Central. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. Hope we can find something else pretty soon. I'm not going to probe too much with industry and whatever, but at least it seems like there are opportunities out there, but it's rough for a lot of people, I think, too, so. Yeah, that's... That's a different time zone for sure. Like, you're quite a ways away from me here now. As far as the 586, I don't think there was ever an... I don't think there's any... Was there an Intel 586? I don't think so. I know Cyrix called theirs 5X86 to kind of differentiate it from the 46 and 586, but I don't think Intel ever produced a 586, so... But yeah, sorry to hear that, Demi. Hopefully you can find another job here pretty soon or something that keep you going. That's always stinks. Let's see. Our tower's making money, not much, but it's getting a little bit. Is everything still producing cash? Yep. Glad eateries are getting more. I'd like to put more in there, but it's just too expensive. I say I'll put a... Oh, I don't have... Oh, they have custom emojis too, but... There, we'll put a hand clap in to cheer you on. You'll find something else. I've never messed with the emojis here in YouTube. In the YouTube chat. So yeah, I don't usually text or type or whatever. So yeah, simtower is really fun, especially when you have the audio on. But Ted's dogs were triggering on the bell effect. You have people like ringing doorbells all the time. It's a really laid-back management sim game. What the problem is now is that I burned through most of my cash in the beginning. I don't have enough revenue generating stuff, so my cash flow is so low, so I can't keep building. I don't know if there was ever a money cheat in this, but I have a mixture of hotels that give you nightly revenue or when they check out. So here comes the revenue then from the hotels, probably. Oh, the bird's chirping there. Oh, nice. SimCity on 5 1/4. That's pretty cool. And then there's the revenue from the hotels. And then you get the weekly revenue from the offices. So that's a nice chunk of change there from the hotels. So probably need to put in more, because I do seem to get pretty busy. Question is if my cleaning crew can keep up with it so that they're actually clean, because I assume that if you have too many hotel rooms without enough cleaning crews, then you're going to not have them ready for the next day to get more money. But it do generate, you know, within, if they are used every night, within 10 nights you have made the money back, and then it's pure profit. So versus these guys that only have income per quarter. So it gives you similar, but it gives you a bigger chunk at the end there, I think. So I think we're going to put in a couple more hotels here. So it is pretty slow going here now, but I'll say I'll put more condos in. I might put in next to move. What does it cost to build a condo? Just to get some immediate cash flow. $80,000 for a condo. And then I think that they sell for 150. That would give you... Okay, so I could put in a condo, and I'd give you... Yeah, basically. That would give you like a chunk of change right away. You can then reinvest instead of building more condos. But that's kind of like pyramid scheme myself there for a while by just building more condos with the cash I got. But I think if you mix it, then condos and... Yeah, I'm learning as I'm going now that I should have, probably created spaces in between so you can expand and grow into that and keep building up floors so you can grow, have a condo section, have all the stuff intermixed and kind of dot in as you go along. This computer runs at 800 by 600, so this is running on the 46 HP Vectra, 66 megahertz, and it's got just a 1 meg video card, whatever was built in on this guy. This is a bone stock 46, nothing special in it at all. And so 800 by 600 in Windows 3.11. As you can tell, if you move these windows around, you see we're running Windows 3.11 right underneath here. It uses a special program manager called Xerox TabWorks, which is kind of like a Filofax looking, looks like a management book. And that's just a program manager replacement, and it's just a custom program manager I installed. So otherwise, it's pretty much a bog standard 46. Oh, no problem. It's a bog standard 46, and I was going to I talked about this earlier in the stream, but someone had a good idea too, and I'm planning on it. So right below me here now, you see where my logo is. Hoping to put like a little banner ticker or something that has information on the game or the computer I'm playing on. This is a cool thing to have rolling or something like that, because it varies greatly, right? I might be playing on the 46 all night, or I might be on a Pentium machine, or I might be on a P3, or I do have one machine I haven't streamed from yet, which is a Pentium 4. It's one better because it's got a higher number. So this is a very generic P4, really. Nothing special per se, but it's a typical machine from like a 2002 era. So, okay, 1 floor meters, 15 floors offices. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, so you're looking to build population, but then you want a boatload of offices. So you're basically, you start as an office tower to build the basis of your tower to generate revenue. Yeah, 800 by 600 is the resolution of this particular machine. So, which we are upscaling on the fly to 1280. I think it is. Let me look quick. 1280 by 960. I'm using a new capture card on this machine, or on my computer now, which is a DataPath E1 card. So it looks a little different than last week. There's no scaler in between. It's a capture of VGA directly to my computer. So it gives me a lot more options, flexibility, and how I customize the view and everything. So yes, as upscaling it, pretty much have to. I could switch it to run the native resolution, but then it goes, really small. Because the way OBS works, much for if you guys have invested OBS, or you basically have a streaming or a capture canvas, which is what you're seeing. It's the 1080p capture canvas, which is everything you see, and it gives you what to play with, right? So then you cram in the window 800 by 600, but it's going to be tiny on that, so you have to upscale it. So in this case, I'm upscaling it to 1280 by 960, which is like a few steps over. It's like 800 by 600, 1024, and then 1280 by 960. It gives you the next individual steps. And then I apply a scaler too. So yeah, thanks. I do like having the little edge there with the overscan. It looks, it's kind of like I remember playing it. I just realized I've had a little flickering at the bottom there the entire time. I am sorry for that. I think I can get rid of that. Sorry that was flickering. I didn't realize that. Should have looked earlier. Yeah, the VGA multi-sync monitors are cool. I wish I had one because they're so handy. And for the people that aren't familiar, it can synchronize down to the 15 kilohertz that the old school computers used back in the 80s. So Amiga, Ataris and everything. Most PC CRTs only go to 30 kilohertz, so they can't synchronize down to that. You can do double scanning or whatever, and basically double scan it to 30 kilohertz to be able to watch it on or play it on a normal PC CRT. Scan doubler is what it's called. The Mister will do that for you in code. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that little flicker was going on. Hopefully it wasn't too annoying there, but it's part of the capture thing. I'm still trying to figure that out, so. Night, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe next time you see this tower, it will be 2 floors taller. Who knows? Yeah, I figured as much. You didn't notice it. You're like, man, I can't believe he's really gone downhill as a streamer. He left a little flicker pixel line there. And it's funny too, because that has to do with just the fact you're capturing VGA natively. And VGA is an analog signal, and you're converting it to digital, so then you get, you know, flickering, and you get some phase issues and stuff like that. It's a lot more tinkering. It's like the old capture method, which is just a converter, is very convenient because it's plug and play. Done, done, done. You got 1080p signal out and scale it. This has a lot more potential, but the skill ceiling is higher. You got to figure out how to use it correctly. So that's what's going on. You got to learn how to use it. So, boy, our tower is just growing slow, and this is a max speed, fast mode, not doing anything. Come on. So yeah, what we need then basically is more offices. I almost like want to restart and like go all in on that, but it's I'm not going to do that from scratch now. So yeah, what you're saying is basically just cram a huge block of offices, and you become an office tower. And once you have a certain amount of office tower, then you can build condos. Makes sense. Makes sense now that you say it. And then you'd have a lot of stairs in between those two, obviously, so they can use that to go between the two. Because I assume the offices generate a lot more. I don't know that I can zoom out. Can you? I don't think you can. Let me look at the manual. But I haven't figured out if there's a way to do that here. Let's see what it says. Click the zoom box in the top right corner. You need the big picture for the strides. Down in the middle of the edit button is a toolbar, and it contains the means to put some bulk in your building. No. I think the window is the size is basically dependent on your resolution, right? So if you run this 1024 or even 1280, then you get more screen real estate, I assume, because this window is completely dependent on your chosen screen resolution. I mean, that's what happens, right? And it might be that this runs faster too on a lower color mode too. That wouldn't surprise me. But all this delicious detail, of course. Not the animations, but... Oh, you can expand it? Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Take that. Aha! Huh. Come on, 486, you can do it. You can do it. Power through. So, when did simtower come out? I'm trying to remember now. Probably was 93. 1994 is the copyright on this one. So yeah, this is the big box, of course. We did unbox or unseal this earlier in the stream. Yeah, this is 800 by 600, so this is, you know... Now you can see the whole tower. I probably should have played this way the whole time, but... it's a little slow now. But it gives you the whole perspective. See my entire tower in one fell swoop. So yeah, this game probably would benefit quite well from running on a Pentium class machine at 1024 at least, and then you would get bigger view screen, bigger area, everything. That's a good looking game. Yeah, that was early on. I wanted to just showcase it very early, so you're welcome to watch it again here once it goes live, but that's true. I could make the window really small to make it run better. Is that the after hour speed, or is that just super secret speed boost? I think you do just probably the population, I'm guessing, stuff like that. Is that really running that fast just by shrinking the size? That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, it sure is. Super secret tip. That should be in the magazine. Thanks for the tip. You know what? That is fantastic. I love it. Screw the full screen. You guys get to watch this here. Hang on. Is this small enough to make it? There. We're playing simtower. Enjoy. You liking on the stream so far? Can you see the cool detail here now? Okay, we can probably find some middle ground. Wow, it really was purely dependent on speed. So let's just say that if you play this on a 386 server, I am so sorry you had to live through that. Because that's the minimum recommended spec, and that would used to be brutal, which would be playable. But now the fast speed looks like it's doing what it's supposed to. So, that's pretty hilarious. You can multitask. Windows 3.11 was great at multitasking. Do other things at the same time. Watch it just buckle. I do remember Windows 3.11, like, look, you can have multiple windows open. Don't try to multitask. You'll have a bad time. I know it supported it, and you can open, like, Notepad and calculator at the same time, fine, but trying to do multiple real things in there, yeah. The 486 of the time just didn't want to do that very well, so. The problem is now I can't even find my way around the, probably closing the map window helps a little bit too, because that was animated too. You couldn't disable that. Speed boosting it. Yeah. That would be 3 to 6, so yeah, that was one core. Yeah, that's true. I can't remember now. It's got like, I can look. Task manager. Was it like CPU? It's only got 4 cores. It's a 4 core. It's just an i5 6600K or whatever. A few years old. Still trucking. Would be nice to get a faster processor to do quicker video editing, but yeah, that's expensive. I thought about too. No, I haven't even played Cyberpunk much at all. I'm kind of waiting for them to patch it up a little bit. I don't want to re-experience it, if that makes sense. Again, I do love the setting in Cyberpunk, but I feel like they wasted the world in that sense. Like, play Deus Ex and the world is dense and everything, and you play like The Witcher and the world is dense and it feels populated, but I feel like the scripted sequences in Cyberpunk are really cool. But then, like, the screen, you take a screenshot of the buildings, it looks awesome and everything, but then you're just walking around the city and it's just, it feels empty, and that's the biggest sadness I have about that, I think. All the drama aside from the launch Cyberpunk, but I think that was a wasted opportunity on, and maybe Santa Claus coming to your town, your tower. I think he's flying around. Where's the map window? Yep, there he is. Hi, Santa. Santa's definitely not just a bitmap flying across the screen there. Yeah, I'm not saying the 6600 is bad or anything like that. It's just what I'm finding now, the more video editing I do, the more it has to struggle. It's... oh, I mean the zoom, not just the maximized view, basically. Merry Christmas, everyone. Ho, ho, ho. Think of Robot Santa. Is that an elevator there? No. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, look at the frame rendering update there. You see this. It's just tearing as it's flying across. It's sort of funny that the minimap does not... Wow, it's much faster now the Santa was gone. That the... Alright, we're getting some cash now. Maybe ready to reinvest in some here. Probably going to call it here fairly soon. It can go on forever. Yeah, it's a precious tower. Huh. It's, yeah, processors it's just, they last a long time. And I never really cared about raw processors power before. Because, I mean, I mostly gamed. And you don't really need, like, yeah, sure, for the max. You can run so long on an older processor these days with a good video card, and that's going to cap you out more. But when you start doing actual rendering stuff, and you're just literally pushing the go button, and everything that matters at that point is just how fast your CPU can chug through the every frame. And it's funny when I do, I take like a basic shot, like say I'm videoing myself, and there's not much to it, and I just drop it in, and do a little bit of basic color correction, maybe sound fixing, and I see the rendering going. It's like frame, and it's going through pretty quick. And then I do some heavy post-processing or extra effects layers and stuff like that, and it's just like frame, frame. So if you're filming at 30 or 60 FPS, every single frame has to be post-processed, and then the rendering takes like 3 times as long for those sections. So I have to kind of compromise and be careful on how much post-processing I put on there. I'm trying to get better about using the camera to do the right color, white balance, and all that stuff before I get to processing, because that saves time. But the times I've done extensive like color correcting, when I realized like, oh, crap, my exposure was way off, I have to change like the exposure after the fact in post. It takes a long time to render that. So it looks like we actually have a little bit of money to invest now. So it seems like offices is what I should invest on. So I should probably just expand this office section here. Because I think the office section up here is a little doomed in that sense. I could put one there. Office. That's eatery section though. Not that this tower is very elegantly laid out, so... But if nothing else, we need more offices. So maybe we'll just expand the base of our tower a lot more here. Oh yeah, I got space here to build. Office. Office. Probably not an eatery in here now, because it's expensive, but that at least generates revenue too. But we should probably put more lobby down here. That's what's so expensive. It's a lobby. Nice. Yeah, I think you can build really deep, right? Eventually. I remember I was putting the movie theaters at the bottom, so... Evening, Nate. Sorry, I missed your stream, but thank you for joining. We are going through the our own mishaps in... mishaps, yeah, in gaming. In simtower, realizing I burned through a lot of my cash capital in the beginning, building condos, and that kind of screwed me over. I should have built a lot more offices, like Ted pointed out here. Or was it Tyler? But it does look like elevator action now. How did your XCOM run go? I kind of wanted to see that. So XCOM is difficult. It's one of those games you either get a good going, or you're just screwed. So, oh, they hit you a lot. It sounds like. Put more lobby here. So I want to expand my office space here. Whew, that's not cheap there. But you gotta spend money to make money. And there goes virtually all our cash. We're gonna put a stair in here because I think they're kind of ticked off. They gotta walk so much here. Yeah. There you go. And that was a lot of cash. Oh, you named... That's a good idea. That's brutally brilliant, but also at the same time terrifying, naming naming the characters from people. Wow, yeah. XCOM is so challenging. It's just... You get on a good groove, and then you lose like one soldier, and it just kind of collapses from there. I will say I did really enjoy the new when they kind of revitalized XCOM. I thought that was a fantastic kind of compromise of like revitalizing the series and bringing back the classic gameplay. That was really good. But yeah, the originals. I played Terror from the Deep a lot. I think always with the money cheat, I will admit. Boy, it's so big. That's so difficult in the beginning. Before you get into technology to save your guys, and they can't hit anything. They just shoot and like goes straight up, and aliens are just so accurate. I'm sure we've all seen the meme picture with like I think it's from the newer XCOM, but it's like the alien, the soldier standing like with the gun in the face of the alien, and hit percentage is like 75% or something like that. So, yeah, I gotta save for sure. Whew. They die like normal. Yeah, you B team. You gotta have that because you can't. I mean, you build up your A team, which is so good, but it's a difficult game. It's a difficult game, mostly just from luck. Cause I mean, if you have a good luck in that game and get good rolls, then yeah. You're right. You mentioned that last time, and I'd never heard of that, but that explains why I had such trouble with Terror from Deep, even with the money cheat. Because in the beginning, it's so brutally hard. It's like they just hit so hard, and just oh boy, yeah, I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Probably need another elevator shaft over here, but that would be expensive. Oh, I should probably put, I see. I need a stair here. There you go, guys. Now you can get down. It would be nice to put another eatery there because it looks like it's pulling in some business. That is very interesting too. I wonder, was that patched to do... I remember we discussed that last time when I was on your stream, if they patched that out or not. That seems like a heck of a bug to have to deal with. The eateries are expensive, but they do generate a lot of revenue. There's a lot of businesses here, so we're going to put one in. We're going to smack that cost in there. Nope, not there. There. There we go. Burger, burger, burger. Very few customers. Open tomorrow. Oh, okay. So that one's not on GOG then, I assume. I assume that's one you have to buy now, but I actually have... I would prefer playing on original, obviously, and there's probably an Exodus too. But I think I have it on Steam because I bought it through like Humble Bundle at some point, like a whole bunch of XCOM games collection. Like anything else, you buy on GOG in those on the Humble Bundles, and then you play like one of the 8 games you got. That's just kind of how it works, I think. All right, so getting more offices now. Let's generating some revenue there. Maybe we'll put in 1 or 2 more condos here now too, just to get that extra cash flow to boost up to build some more offices. Because I think you cost 80, and you buy or build a build one, and then you get, when you sell it, you get 150, I believe. So unless you put it up, so. I like that I get a notification on my own phone that says you're not, or your channel is live. I'm like, great, thanks for the heads up. All right. Yeah, it's sad for me for Terra from the Deep because I did buy it when it came out originally as a kid, and used that to play in the CD version and all that stuff, and I still have the CD version, but my brother was letting her borrowing games from me to borrow to his friends, and I know you already see where this is going, and it's not a good idea to do that. And he borrowed Terra from the Deep, and then he had the, Terra from the Deep, at least in Europe, had the cardboard fold-out style. It wasn't the sheet, excuse me, but had the cardboard like lock-in style, and he had that open, and his mom was cleaning his room and thought like, oh well, that's just trash, so she just threw it away, and he felt so bad, and he gave me some money for it, but so then I just had the sleeve, but nothing else. I'm not sure where the sleeve is now, if I still have it. I think so. But I'd like to rebuy that box again. Even if I don't play Terra from the Deep a lot, I do have nostalgic feelings for it. I do like it an awful lot. Alright, we're going to go into super pursuit mode. We figured out earlier, this poor 46 can't keep up with... I don't know why that's so funny. Just this elevator flying through there. Woo! Just put a little jackety sack on there. Yeah. We figured out earlier that a poor 46 can't keep up with this game with all the detailed SVGA graphics going on. So pretty late here now. I figured if we shrunk the view window to the smallest size, the speed just takes off. Like, it renders less. So it works. It works. Ooh, look at that hotel income. It's just funny. I imagine that's the real speed of the elevators, and they're just flying out when it hits the top. Say... This reminds me, like, you could play like a... I can't remember, it was like Tiny Tower years ago. It was like a, when I was playing all those, like, cheap free games. That was a game that was endless, made to make money. But I got stuck in that big time. I don't know what it was about that, but just maintaining your little tower every day. Alright, let's put in a condo now for the first time in a long time. Just for the cash flow. What was it cost? I think it was $80,000. Okay. There we go. That was sold immediately. It's a nice way to generate some cash flow there. I guess my tower is desirable now, so I know I'm not doing it the right way here now, but now I can get some like quick cash flow this way. Anyway, now I can build some more offices because that's what generates real revenue over time, as we figured out earlier. But yeah, I should probably have more offices than condos here now, but it's just going to be... Boy, they all sold immediately. I didn't have a chance to, like, I could have paused it, right, and set the sale price higher, but I'm nice like that. I'm not gonna do that. So did this eatery take off now? Nope, not yet. So we're gonna leave that there. We can probably return. All right, it's pretty silly now to use a small window here to navigate. Will that give us a nice cash infusion there? So I have a feeling that if you play this balanced, and I kind of, the lessons I've learned so far playing this here now makes you want to like start over at some point casually. There's something just for relaxing on a Saturday evening, the cold beer or something like that, and just playing this game, because it is relaxing when you know what the hell you're doing. That was my first mistake. Okay, business is very good. So the problem we have now is the space here. We could leave the Sky Lounge where it is and expand it. We don't have to have the Sky Lobby the entire way around, obviously. So, and again, since we're not thinking long term so much on this one, I think I'm just going to smack in a whole bunch of offices here now, just to get some extra cash. Struggling to keep up. Come on, you can do it. There's a nice little revenue building there. Our weirdly shaped tower, but you know what? It works. Whoops. That's the risk you take of having just playing it in the window like that. Put up a few more stairs here. Because now I want to get to the eatery there. Take the stairs, you bozos. Yeah, now struggling again. So yeah, it seems to make sense. So following, I'm sorry whose point it was earlier to say build like a block of offices for generating that revenue, and then of course putting some condos later on. But just that revenue you get from the offices is just too much, whatever. So a balanced approach, as it were. But I managed to, like, it was a huge dip there in the slowness, but just slowly, shortly we're coming there. And I'm putting in a few condos there gave us a nice chunk of change, too. I may build more on that now, since we have a little more cash there. Of course, I have too many condos than what I technically need, but, you know. That might be what we're doing for a little bit here. Smack in a condo, get some cash. Blammo. Can I put the price higher on this guy? It's prime real estate. Prime real estate. It might not sell. If it doesn't, I guess we'll put it back down, but it's the weekend too. But weekend is a condo shopping time, right? Yeah, that's what we're talking about earlier. Nate was streaming that earlier, and it's not like it went that well. Or at least you got really far, but those games are brutal. It's sold! Nice. Holy moly, look at that cash coming in now. So that's the key there. I'm going to build a couple more condos. Can I pause it? No, you can't build on pause. Yeah, it sells before I can even do anything. Oh well. That's still a nice cash flow there. So now we can expand our condo block here. Isn't this how I got stuck in this thing in the beginning? Just kept building condos. It's fine. We've learned nothing from a mistake. Yeah, that's true. You're kind of not running the game anymore. We're talking earlier. I was like, welcome to simtower. There you go. Moving around. It works. Speeds it up. Yeah, I don't think that's true. It probably doesn't sell, which just gave you a chance to like set the price. But otherwise, I don't know how you would do it because it just disappears so flipping fast. This one is still catching up. Our population is increasing now, so we just need to build more offices as well. And of course, I overbet on the condos there, no doubt about that. But I can probably could put another eatery here, but I could also expand the offices here. I think I might do that. I'll do one more eatery. Then, lobby. So now a little cash to spend. You can actually, you know, wing it a little more than this, and just, that's still 20 grand per square, but you actually have enough cash to do something about it, you know. I don't know if the offices complain about eateries being next to each other. I don't think so. They don't care. It's just the residents that complain, whether people are sleeping, basically, which makes sense. We're going to do this. Blammo. 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 Yep. I think getting close to 1,000. It probably sounds about right that that's the accurate one that triggers the next one. Boy, they get like, they really are hungry for business space here, because they populated within 3 seconds, I think. I'll have to go for a new elevator here soon too. Where's my other stair? I gotta scroll over here now to see. More condos here. Blammo. Cash. Unlimited cash. Now it's like they have enough cash to generate cash, and that, you know, spits it out more. So yeah, construction cost is adding up, but it's just, you know, it's just generating revenue now. So I think then we'll probably do now, so I don't need that many eateries, so I'm going to cram in a couple more offices here on the second floor. But it's funny because I remember, like, it makes me think, I think I mentioned, I was going to say it earlier, a game that reminds me of is Caesar 3. And I know it sounds silly to say that because it's an isometric city builder. It's just how you fine-tune the economy in that game can get you really big. And you have to really think what the roads are and how everything works. Because I remember it was a friend of mine, and he said his dad was super into Caesar. And I was like, well, that's weird. He likes that kind of game. But he actually draws out the entire city before he even starts building. He plans everything. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to need a third elevator shaft here soon. That's expensive. $200,000 for 8, but I don't think I have a choice now. That's pretty far away there. Yeah. We'll put a new one in. We got the cash now. What could possibly go wrong? And he's broke. No. See, it's fine. Probably put another couple condos in here almost, but now once these all get rented out here, this should bring in some nice extra cash too. Maybe we'll see if we can target the play to the 3rd star and then call it or something. It's getting, I realize how late it is now too. I said this is the game, like, it's got that one more turn syndrome. Not saying that, you know, it's hard to keep going or whatever, so. Let's see. We need more population, I guess, so we can build more condos. We can just kind of roll through condos. Yeah, for sure. If you're gonna stream, I'll join in. Harder part is just the timing, of course, and knowing when to. No. I am not drinking beer out of thermos. It's just soda in a Yeti tumbler, basically. So, no, I do a beer glass I like to enjoy. I don't mind drinking out of a bottle either, but if I'm having a beer, sitting down, playing games, I do enjoy pouring it into an actual beer glass. Because I'm classy like that, because it's a free beer glass I got. And I had it forever. And no, we don't, before anyone asks, as far as like European people drinking warm beer, I don't know where that's from. I think that's probably an English thing, so. Yeah, I'll watch the stream. What are you planning on streaming? Anything in particular? Let's see. We're probably want to expand more here, more lobby. We'll build a couple more condos, because that does bring in some pretty quick revenue there. Blammo. Can I increase the price? $200,000. There we go. More money. Oh, a lot of indie games. Cool. I love the indie scene. I love that it's gotten so popular. I am so like out of touch on indie games in general. I try and keep up, but there's just so many coming out. It's really hard to keep tabs on which ones might be good or not, you know? Well, there's so many good platformers, and of course some of the... Oh yeah, Time Spinner. I really do want to play that. I want to play it on my Vita. I have a Vita still. Still rocking. And I've gotten like every PS Plus game for free on that thing, so... but I do love Metroidvanias, and I've seen really good things about Time Spinner. I just did this little short, but otherwise it looks really, really cool. I kind of want to try and play it on PC on my CRT, actually. It looks like a very good, like, homage to Symphony of the Night. What am I doing? Oh, I'm building more lobby. And some more offices. Yeah, just that part. The first time I just getting into streaming, so... but I will happily join if I can. So I will say up front, it's like I can't promise I can join every time or anything like that, but I love to check it out for sure, so... There we go, just smacking in some more stuff. Boy, they are just hungry for office space at this point. Our tower is really weird right now, I feel. That's okay. So, see, my long-term strategy, which I planned all along, was to build a boatload of condos, is paying off now. that was the plan. That was not the plan. But now, I almost feel like I want to build another tower of what I've learned. Let's put another elevator car in here. We're going to put it up here on floor 9. There we go. And for those joining late, I did actually fire up with Discord myself, too. I had some people asking for it, so there is one here as well now. Just started up. So not a lot of people yet. Boy, it's getting late, but I just want to get to the next step. The question is how long will it take to get there. I guess I can do this to shrink my space here, but it's just again, this is an endless game. We just keep going and going. I'll put another eatery in here. Why not? It's like now I'm getting enough cash that I can just continually build. That makes a big difference in this game. Oh, come on, I can't do that. Yeah, let me find it again here now. I posted it earlier, but then I think it's still probably in my... Yeah, there we go. It was still on my clipboard. Feel free to join if you want to. I should join yours as well, but I just figured out a place to chat about stuff off streaming and everything. Got a few people in there now. I know that Ozzy was really one-to-one to chat with everyone, so finally got his wish. Took a while, but I got there eventually. I'm still honestly fairly new at all this. You know, I stream now every week, whatever, but I mean, I haven't been doing this very long. The YouTube stuff for just a couple of years now on pretty slow pace. It's starting to pick up, but certainly not that deep into it yet. So I'm just gonna smack some more condos here. More population. So what does our tower look like now? It's very fat and stocky here. It's kind of short and stocky. It's a little weird, but we don't need the map window open. It seems to really slow things down. All right. And yes, to be fair, there's a blank, the blank Discord. There's like nothing on her yet. And I know that Ted posted earlier to put in a bot and stuff. So thanks, Nate. I'll hop in your Discord here too soon. I'm just getting familiar with Discord, so. Yeah, Twitch is also nuts. It's like I streamed there one time as a test or whatever, and it's just so much integration and cool stuff, and I'm still undecided, honestly. Like, YouTube has been comfortable and familiar so far, because that's where I do my videos, obviously. So I feel myself, I consider myself more like a YouTuber that streams, basically. That's how I approach it, in the sense that I am mostly going to be on YouTube. So even though Twitch is definitely a bigger streaming platform. I'm not going to, deny that. So this game just goes on forever, doesn't it? If we can make a quick push here now soon to get 1,000 population, I'll probably have to call it here, because I realized how late I'm streaming, and just keep going and going and going, and you don't ever want to stop. Good grief. You think that there'd be more population, as many condos as I have here, but I guess the population probably increases now. It doesn't increase now, but I can build up here and expand my hotel a little bit too. Condos, condos, condos. I think they fill up right away. They sell immediately, so must mean my value is pretty good. I say that, of course, then they go, there you go, they sold. Game, don't make a liar out of me. Because there, I was going to put in some more hotels here. It's a nice mixture. I might have to save this tower now. I might have to come back to this myself. Hopefully the cleaning crew can keep up here now. We'll find out. Can't place on top of our items. Because I think what we might do is actually blow up, or, vacate this one there and then just make that into offices. Because there's just like a single one there and it looks a little off. So if you're staying there right now, sorry. Not anymore. See, it's funny, like, once you dislodge the cash flow, now it just keeps rolling and rolling, going faster. Oh. Just a little more, just a little more. It's that, like, small endorphin kicks, like, yeah, sorry, just, we need the space, sorry, kick you out. Room service, what? Pull the guest out of the hallway and just run with a sledgehammer and smack it down real quick. Cannot place stairs here. Fine. I think we need the floor the whole way here. So now, like, it just kind of dislodges and we have enough cash to spend. We have both... yeah, that's true. Don't stand in the way of progress. Someone's going to review bomb us because they got kicked out. No, they just want to complain about the noisy fast food place next door. That's a lot of condos. Because now we just got continual cash flow because enough offices, thanks for that tip, have generated enough continual revenue. Plus then... here we go, it comes all the night stuff. I am networking. I'll say, Nate, we should do a co-stream together sometime. I think that would be fun. If we can figure something out. I'd love to hop on if you're willing to have some guest on or something. Let's see what else we can figure out. Just building tower now. Income from hotel. Building, cash. I kind of want to expand it to see the tower in all its glory, but then the game's going to slow to crawl. Look at this. And maybe I should save this game, and then, oh, actually, it's taking a long time to save that file now. There we go. I was gonna say, it would be fun to take this tower and throw it over on the P166 and see how it runs by comparison, because you probably run this full screen no problem. And playing the game this way, you get such a much better view. But yeah, if you want to have me on sometime, I'd love to. I think it would be cool to do a live video like that, and I've never tried it. I've never been a guest on someone's stream, so I would be honored if you're interested in having me sometime. Can make an event out of it. Also, I forgot to mention, you didn't see it earlier, Nate, but I'm trying a new capture, card as well. It's a little trickier to use, and it's called Data Path. You may have seen that. People mention it. Data Path E1 is a direct capture. It captures the raw VGA signal, and that gives it a lot more challenging to get it right. I do really like the Manta because it's so simple. Click, click, done. You know. This gives you a lot more control of like per pixel stuff. So I'm still learning to use it, but I'm going to try that as well. I'm going to keep a multitude of solutions, and I'm going to plan on making a video actually on all the different ones, pros and cons for each solution and everything, because I think that I see a lot of people asking like how do you capture like DOS footage and stuff, and there are some options that now, including these little guys. This actually, and I'm going to show and test it too, but you can find these for like $10 now on Amazon or AliExpress. I bought mine from AliExpress. It does handle the DOS resolutions. However, I'm getting a lot of interference, so I'm not sure on how that's going to work out. I'm going to test it more to see, because then it becomes like, if you really want the cheapest possible, this will do it, but it may not be the best signal, you know, so 666 followers. That'd be awesome. I mean, my point is, like, I'm fine, like, you know, we could do full co-op, or I'm happy to just join in video and just be a guest on your stream. If you're okay with that, that'd be awesome, just to chat at the same time. But so yeah, I thought about that too, and I actually did crack this open and put copper tape on some of the circuitry, thinking that I know that when was the Retro Man Cave, he was doing the GBS scaler, which I'm planning on covering as well. I have one. When he did that, he put shielding on some of the traces, and that actually reduced the noise dramatically. And I did that, and in some conditions, it did reduce the noise. When I streamed Diablo last time, I used this, and that worked really well. Cat. But then I tried using it on this 486, and it was still just rolling interference. So, I mean, it's whatever game you want to play, I'd be happy to jump on. Like, I do like XCOM and everything. I suppose it might be a game that I'm familiar with. Otherwise, I'm fine just rolling the roulette on random video games in general. So, if you want to give another shot at XCOM. But yeah, the problem is for me, I just need to know ahead of time, basically. We can coordinate that offline, but it's the time. And you're right, it might be. And it's interesting, too, the only time I get to rolling interference is when it's running at the 70 hertz. So, I mean, this is probably the cheapest of the cheap of converter chips in. It is cool that it synchronizes down to the 70 hertz, and it works. I might buy, these are on Amazon too for like $10. I might buy another one just to rule it out. I also, in my retro setup down here, I have 4 machines KVM together, and the rat's nest of wiring down there is probably not good. So there might be some interference too. So I'm going to try and capture it separate part in the room. I actually have a HDMI cable run from the place I film that's going all the way across this here to the capture here, so I can actually capture when I'm doing video production stuff. But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. You're going to keep going until you lose or win. Okay. Yeah, I'll see. Just let me know, I guess, something we can coordinate it, because it's mostly my schedule is a little tricky with the family and all that stuff, since I have limited streaming time, but it'd be awesome to join sometime as an event. I don't know. I assume we'd use Discord or something. I've never done it on how we actually type in my video or whatnot, but we can figure that out offline. I'm realizing here pretty soon I will probably not get to 1,000 tonight for this tower. It is kind of slowing down, but for last round we can see what the full effect is on full screen with everything on. Blammo! I'm going to scroll up to the glory of our tower here. One line at a time. Look at that. Glorious tower. Ding dong. Even the sound effect of the ding dong is like stuttering. It can't keep up. There's the glory of the tower. One last throw here. Because, yeah, I think I'm going to pack it in here now in a couple minutes. Because, yeah, I realize how late it's been getting here. Just keep streaming this game over and over. It's just too much. too much fun to keep playing, but it will never end. So how long have we been streaming now, honestly? 3 hours, yep. It's a fun game. Yeah, that would be brutal. I'm gonna save it here now. Saving. Poor, it's a spinning disc on this guy, and it's really struggling now. Oh, come on. How did this game say that you could play on a 386? That would just be brutal. Alright, fine, we'll save one time before. Yeah, it's kind of a running thing for me to not save games. That's bitten me more than one time. Thanks, Tyler. Good night. Yeah, it's been a long one, so I was gonna do some other stuff too after the stream, like click and play and like play. I have the entertainment pack on here. Play like Chip Challenge, you know. Yeah, this is how far I got on this one. Everyone remembered this one, but I realized it's just too darn late. It's very late here, so I appreciate you guys joining tonight. I'm gonna pack it in, but let's coordinate tonight offline sometime by email or through Discord if nothing else. It'll be fun to do a co-stream at some point. Anyway, yeah, that was a late one, so I'm gonna pack it in. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. Chat in Discord. Keep up. See what happens. Boy, that was a late one. Good night. I'll see you guys next week. Tuning out to Chip Challenge. Where's the button? There it is. End stream. Good night.